Hello, hello. Happy Walkthrough Wednesday. This is your one-star platinum consultant, Mrs. Nina Jackson Mitchell, and we are doing a special edition of Walkthrough Wednesday. This is our mock booking edition. So you guys are going to have to chime in. Let me know what you need booked, and I'm going to show you how to get it done. All right. Now, I do not claim to know everything. I know a lot about a lot, but I do not know it all, okay? So there are gonna be different ways that you can do these bookings, but I'm going to show you how I would approach it. Is that okay? Now, it doesn't mean that that's the only way that you can do it. I like to work smart and not so hard. So I'm gonna show you how to streamline a lot of this stuff, all right? So these are, the mock bookings are going to come from you guys, and I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna get it done. All right, Terrera, if you guys want to get your bookings done, make sure that you raise your hand. Terrera is going to go through the list and we're going to get it cracking. All right, Terrera, I am ready. I'm going to share my screen. All right, I tried to be proactive and open up as many of the different booking engines that I thought you guys would ask for. All right, so what are we doing first? Who you got first up to bat, Terrera?
I think Z is up.
All right, can you unmute her?
Looking like sunshine over there.
Yes, yes.
We unmute her.
Hey everybody.
Hey Z, happy
Y'all
Wednesday.
just like blowing my head up. I'm like, oh yeah.
You over there shining. We love to see it.
Thank
All right,
you.
tell us what we can do to help you.
Okay, so this weekend I have a vendor event. I'm really nervous, but I want to create a mock booking that I can promote. So that way, like if anybody just wants to like book that trip, they can. So what I'm thinking is Montego Bay or Hawaii. I'm not sure which one. I'm kind of leaning more towards Montego Bay.
Okay.
In July.
All right, you guys let me know if these boxes are blocking the screen. I'm trying to move them around and keep them where I can see you, but I want to make sure that they're not blocking the screen. Now, for me, Z, I would promote, and you keep yourself unmuted because once you mute, it's hard to get you unmuted. With me personally, I know that Hawaii is a hard sell. Just from experience, I know Hawaii is a hard sell. Doesn't mean that it cannot be done. It just takes some finessing because the average person gets sticker shock. People think that, they think one of the two. They think that Hawaii is supposed to be like the Caribbean. So they expect all-inclusive resorts, which it is not. And then they also think that because Hawaii is a part of the United States, that it should be like going to California or going to Florida as far as price is concerned. It also is not. It is not a part of the contiguous United States, right? The states that touch. So Hawaii brings in some different things. Fuel costs, having to ship everything there. The costs are elevated for Hawaii. It is very expensive. An easier sale would be Mexico or Jamaica. Jamaica is going to be a little more pricey than Mexico, but we can still finesse Jamaica too. We can still finesse it because there are certain resorts that are more affordable. And remember, affordable is subjective, right? We want to stay away from using words like cheap, cheaper.
Cheap, yeah.
You want to use some different kind of verbiage, right? You want to say it is more economically feasible, right? More economically feasible. So let's take a look at what's happening in Jamaica right now. Now, just because of the experience that I've had with booking, I happen to know that Ryu Reggae is like the place to go for people who want to just go and hang out in Jamaica. If you're selling to a group of millennials or Gen Z, I think I'm X, so Gen Z and millennials that want to party, Ryu Reggae is the spot for them, and it tends to be affordable.
I guess I should put this out there then. This is a picnic. It's a Sheriff family picnic. So I feel like there's going to be a lot. Yeah, it's a family picnic. So there's gonna be a lot of families there.
Now, so you need something that is going to be family friendly, because that's good
Yeah.
information to know. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So leaders, if you can continue to let people in the room. All right, somebody unmuted me by mistake or muted me by mistake. So the first thing that I would do inside Vex is go to see what promotions are happening right now. So I went in and I clicked on offers and incentives, and I'm going to click promotions. Okay, so offers and incentives, and then promotions. And I'm going to show you one other vendor where you can go in and see the promotions really quickly. Okay. So we are looking for Jamaica. Again, remember I said I like to work smart, not hard. So I am not going to scroll through all of this stuff when I know what I'm looking for. I'm going to go right in and tell it what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for Jamaica specifically, right? So right off the top, it gives me right here, Jamaica all-inclusive couples resorts, enjoy up to 50% off. Now, you said this is family friendly. Couples is for couples. So we can't use that one. Not for this. We do have Palladium that's having this sale. It says we need to book by October 31st. This is something else you're going to need to look for, the book by date. Okay. We've got reuse.
So we're thinking smarter and not harder. I'm starting to think like maybe Cancun or like the Nickelodeon would be better in Mexico.
Yes and yes.
Or is that harder to sell?
Nickelodeon might be because of price. Now, I'm not saying count it out. I'm saying you're going to have to go about it a different way. So if you do Nickelodeon, and we can go there so I can show you what it will look like, that's a Charisma property. If you're going to go for the Charisma property, you're definitely going to have to focus on selling the value of it. It is worth every penny. It is a pretty penny too. Okay. Let me go to the
People
Charisma
buy
website.
Disney, so.
If at any time I switch screens and you guys can't see it, let me know. All right, so I'm going to the Charisma website now. And you can actually register directly with Charisma. This is one of those booking engines that you don't have to do a supplier request form, that you can come and request directly with Charisma. So right here where it says enroll, you'll click there and go through the process, okay? So let me log in so they know it's me. And remember I told you I like to work smart. So I save my passwords on all of my devices. So all I have to do is put my little fingerprint on it or scan my face and I'm in there, okay? So try to make it easier for you, whatever it takes to make it easier for you. All right, so this is the Charisma agents booking portal. So I'm going to click book now, and I'm going to do a mock booking so that one, I know for myself what it's going to look like in pricing. So we're going to select a property. So you're talking about the Nickelodeon in Riviera Maya, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming here, Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts Riviera Maya. Now give me some dates that you're thinking about.
July, what is this? July 16th, is that a Saturday?
July
I can barely see, so.
July 16th is a Sunday, 15th is a Saturday.
Okay, that the 16th through like a week, basically, starting on the 16th.
Okay, it would just be my advice, because I know this is a pricier resort, to keep them from getting sticker shock. I would leave it at 5 days and 4 nights.
Perfect.
To bring it down some. Again, this is logical thinking. And a lot of this you'll get as you go. Keep it in mind, like Terrera said, we've been doing this with this company since 15, but we've been doing this with travel for quite some time. I used to work for United Airlines for a little bit. So I've got a little bit of experience in the area, but in the market specifically, because I actually look at the cost often, just so I know in case people ask, just to stay, in the loop. And then I've actually been on a Charisma fam trip. So I haven't gone to the one here. I've been to the one in Punta Cana. So I got to see that it's actually valuable for what they're charging. It's definitely worth the money. So let's do 5 days, 4 nights. So 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. We'll check out on the 20th. We'll apply that. And then let's add 2 adults, 2 children. We'll leave the ages at that. All right, then we will apply it or update it. For those of you who didn't catch that, I am in the Charisma Travel Agent portal. I'm in the Charisma Travel Agent portal. And if at any time you want to find the travel agent portal for a particular brand, you can always Google it. Charisma for travel agents. That's exactly what I did. I went right to Google and put that in, and it took me here. Okay, so we have, remember I said it was a little pricey, right?
Mhm.
So the Swim Up Oceanfront King Suite is starting at $1,255.50 per night. Okay. Now, this is something else that you got to be aware of. I personally do not shop Affirm. If a client asks me about it, that's a different animal, but I don't necessarily shop it because how we get paid is adjusted by how they pay. Okay. So Affirm, I've used them plenty of times. The computer that I'm on right now, I pay for it with the Apple Store through Affirm, and it allowed me to pay on it for 6 months, and it made it like effortless for me to make those payments. So everything is getting on Affirm now. It doesn't require a hard credit check. It just requires them to have some type of account to attach to their Affirm account. All right, so these are the prices, and like I said, they are expensive, and this was the low end. The $1,255.50, this is the low end. So they go up from here.
So my goal for this event is really to get this kind of clientele. So I feel like if I don't take the leap of faith, then I will never know if it's possible. And I'm a little scared, but I'm like, I can't hesitate on it.
I agree. I totally agree. I am my niches, I have multiple niches, but the one that is right on the top, I offer a concierge service, and the average person doesn't really get into that. So my clientele end up being luxury clients. Now, it's not to say that I don't take the average client, because I do. I take all the money off the table. That's why I make the big bucks. But I do have a priority. So my client list is not open to everybody all year round. I'll leave my books open for 90 days and then I close them for a while. And then the quotes that I get during that time, I give to my team. So I make it, I give people the sense of loss. So if they can't get what they want right then, it puts me in higher demand. Like, oh my God, I get to, oh, her books are open. I can book with her now. So you have to create a buzz for yourself. You know, even if you haven't bought into your own hype yet, you put it out there until your expectations meet, you know, what your expectations have to meet your effort, if that makes sense. So the one that I would focus on selling would be the lower one. It's a Swim Up Oceanfront King Suite. It can accommodate 3 adults and 2 children, or 4 adults. So this is for those that have those teenage kids that are bigger, because they consider them to be adults. So I would copy and paste this information into my notes. Now I'm on an Apple computer, but I do this in my phone and my iPad too. I go right in and copy this information, right click, copy it, and put it in my notes so that I can go back later, copy it, paste it into a Facebook post. You can also go into Word, and I can show you how to do that right quick. Let me know if you guys can still see my screen, or if at any time you cannot see my screen. Hold on, I gotta move y'all around. Actually, I can show you one that I've already done. Hold on a second. So You guys see here where it says more templates?
No, we can't, Nina. It's grayed out.
All right, let me do it again. Hold on. Hold on. You said it's grayed out in the middle, or I need to do a whole new share?
We can see now.
We can see it now.
Okay. All right, let me close these other ones. Close that one. All right, how about now?
I see
Okay.
Nickelodeon.
You see Nickelodeon? Dang it. Let me do a new share. Hold on. New share. All right, can y'all see Word now? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay,
I see the
So-
documents. Yeah, your documents.
Word, okay. So here where it says more templates, if you click here, it's gonna show you some different templates that are already together. So it'll show you this template that I'm about to open now. This is the one that I use for all of my quotes where clients are asking me for specific things, or even if it's for a group. Because this template will allow you to change the pictures and add in pictures to accommodate what the client is asking for or what you're trying to sell. So here, the boxes are already going to be here for you. You just add in the information. So here you'd add in Nickelodeon, Riviera Maya. Here you'll put group, family, trip, and put the dates and with the family name, and then your vacation details. If you're not doing flights, you leave this part out. Here is where you would copy or where you would paste what you copied from the Nickelodeon website. You'd put a picture here, and then you would highlight that room information. So you're just going to paste that information here. If you're offering transfers, you'll put that information here, and always, always, always quote the travel insurance. Let them tell you not to. Always put the travel insurance in first. This is a quote for a group going to see Usher. So I added in some concert tickets. And then my information always goes on the last page. So you put your information there with how much the package is going to cost. All right. And again, this is a template that is already in Microsoft Word. So it's already here. You just add in your information. These boxes are already here, already colored. If you want to change the color, you can do all of that too. But again, that is something that you can actually put together for your client. All right, so you would just go to the website that we were just on, Nickelodeon, copy and paste that information, put it into one of the templates, print it out, give it out to everybody at the event that you're going to be at. You can also do that with Vax. You can do that with Vacations Express. You can do it with just about any vendor. Make sure that you put in fine print that the prices are subject to change. Make sure that you say that, because today's price is not yesterday's price. It may change.
That's
it may
right.
change. So
That's
you
right.
got to put that at the bottom. Make sure that you put the fine print there. All right. Did
Hey,
that
Nina,
answer your
I have
question?
2 questions relative to that.
ahead.
One person asked if you can still book with a deposit because you're directly in the Charisma site. And another question was, why did you choose the Charisma site? And I know that that's probably based on the budgeted amount and location, but we did have those 2 questions based on Charisma. Why did you choose them? And can you pay a deposit?
Okay.
with them?
Yes, you can pay a deposit booking directly through Charisma, but it's going to create a different type of situation for you. It will only be the land portion. It won't be the air. It'll only be the land portion, which can be easier for you. You can let the clients find their own air. You can suggest that they book through Air Affordable, which will not pay you a commission, but it'll make it easier for them. They can book with Air Affordable and make deposits and make payments. It's almost like Affirm. It's almost identical to Affirm. I chose the Charisma website because she specifically asked for the Nickelodeon property. So because I don't know 1,000% the other vendors that offer the Charisma property, because Charisma is not in every vendor website, I know that I can go directly to the source. The Nickelodeon property is in the Charisma family. Again, don't get discouraged if that's not something that you know right now. I only know because I've been here for a while and I've been to the property. So I know that Nickelodeon is in the Charisma family. Do I know all of the resorts that are in that brand? Absolutely not. I don't. Remember I said I know a lot about a whole lot of stuff, but I don't know everything. But I went directly to that particular website because I knew for a fact it was there. Now, the part that I didn't get into, just for the sake of time, is I do still compare. So I would go into Pleasant Holidays, I would go into Classic Vacations, I would check in FunJet to compare the price before I put everything together. But I always go for the sure thing first. I know 1,000% that property was going to be on the Charisma website because it's in that brand. So I go to what I know and work my way out. Does that make sense? Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. So, and I did answer, yes, you can still pay with the deposit as long as the travel is more than 60 days away. So because that travel is next July of next year, yes, you can pay with the deposit, booking directly with the vendor. And as long as you are on the travel agent portal, you will be paid a commission and you will earn points that you can use for a free stay.
Nice, nice. Okay, Amy's gonna help me with some of the questions, but I know we had raised hands first before we have the questions in the chat box.
Okay.
I believe Shelley Foster was next.
All right. Can we get Shelley unmuted?
I just asked her to unmute.
I just did. Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Hey,
Shelley.
Shelley.
I have a cousin's trip that I'm trying to get together, and of course, it's all females. All of us, no kids. We want something that is tropical, preferably, but a couple of cousins want to do Europe, which I've already done. But we need something or looking for something with a villa. That's where I'm really struggling, trying to find a villa or someplace where all of us can stay together instead of booking individual rooms or two to each room. Is that possible?
Absolutely. So the first thing we're going to do is change how we approach this. You said to me, I've got a cousin trip that I'm trying to put together. So I'm going to say to you, we've got a cousin trip that we're going to start the research on.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Calling it into being. If you want it, you got to say that you want it. It starts there first.
Okay.
Call it into, we got this cousin's trip, so we're going to start the research on it now. It's going to happen. So
we got this cousin's trip.
There we go. So tell me when the cousins are going on vacation.
June 15th through June 24th.
Of 2023. Okay, and you said that we would prefer a villa?
Yes, we prefer a villa, all inclusive, but there's no cap on the budget.
All right, now, when you are asking for a villa, when you say all-inclusive, do you mean an all-inclusive resort type? Or when you say all-inclusive, are you talking about including the flights and the airport transfers? Because those things mean two different things.
Right, I want all of it. I want it to include the stay, the flight, and for the resort to be all-inclusive.
Now for a villa, that makes it a little difficult, but not impossible.
Okay.
You said there is no budget?
No budget. Whatever it's gonna cost, everybody's just gonna do it.
Okay, we doing that?
We're doing that.
All right, then let's get it done. Now, for everybody else that's on the line that ain't balling, let me tell you how to handle that. When you get people, because this is her family, so she already has an inside track. She knows what it is and what it isn't. If she's saying there is no budget and she's involved in it, she knows that there's no budget. However, if this is a client that you're talking about booking for, everybody has a sweet spot. So try to work them until they tell you what the sweet spot is. If they're saying, I don't have a budget, tell them, hey, well, I deal with luxury villas and some of them can cost upwards of $10,000 a night, which is true. We do have those. So let me know where we're trying to get to. Are you looking for $200 a night? Or if we find one that's suitable at $10,000 a night, will that be okay? They will instantly tell you, oh no, I'm not trying to be up there. Then you'll get them to tell you exactly where they are in the middle, okay? You
Okay.
will get some situations where people will not have a budget, where it's actually true when they say it. But more often than not, you'll get a person that will tell you there is no budget because people are embarrassed talking money.
Right.
But time is your money. Money is your time. They go hand in hand with you. So what you don't want to do is go through this whole process. You put together this monster package for somebody, and then they tell you, oh no, that's too expensive. And then the first thing you're thinking is, girl, you told me there was no budget, right? So
Right.
how to keep yourself out of that hamster wheel is qualifying them. You know how Coach Val tells you guys all the time, qualify the client. It's going to take a conversation. So if they say no budget, you ask them, are you sure? That's not rude. It's not a rude question. It really is not. Now, depending on how you ask them, it could be rude, but you're not going to ask them rudely, right? You're going to let them know, hey, I want to make sure that I'm looking in the right area for you. So can you let me know where we need to be? Are we looking for a luxury resort? Do you want something that's 5 stars? Do you want something that's 3 to 5 stars? Let me know where to start, because there are literally thousands of properties that I can look at. I need to narrow it down in order to get you 3 options. Tell them. This way you save your time. A lot of new agents and a lot of older agents, and I don't mean older by age, but seasoned agents will say, I'm not wasting my time. You waste your own time by not properly qualifying the client. They're not wasting your time. You are. Ask them those questions and ask until you get an answer. If they stick with the I don't have a budget, you let them know, okay, and then you go look. But I would not give them 17 quotes.
And Nina, can I chime in?
Go
If
ahead.
it's a group and they, the group leader tells you one thing, don't be surprised if the rest of the group disagrees, and when you send them the quote, they ask you for another one. So when I'm dealing with big groups, especially my family, I make sure that everybody's on the same page. I either schedule some type of Zoom, because outside my family, I've had a group person say, oh, we don't have a budget. Then I sent them a quote and it was too high for everybody except for like 3 people. So qualify your group as well as the person that you're talking to. Make sure they're communicating with your group.
Yes, I've done that and I'll be looking at a number of different locations, which I normally wouldn't do, but because it's our cousin's trip, I am looking at about 6 different places, because now we got to drill down on exactly where do we want to go, because none of us really know for sure exactly where we want to go. So I was going to put together an entire package for each of those places, and then we have to drill down and decide which one we're going to take.
Now, Shelly, give me one of the 6 places that y'all are looking at.
Let's look at Martinique.
Ooh, y'all ain't playing with the money. I love to
I'm
see
gonna
it.
say they really ain't got no budget.
I love to see it. Okay. I'm sorry, give me those dates again.
June 15th through June 24th, and we can adjust the dates. One of the cousins really needs to try to stay in June because of her schedule.
Is everybody coming from the same place?
No, that's another issue.
Okay. Not an
7 are
issue.
coming. So 7 are coming from LAX.
Mhm.
You've got 3 in KC, which is MCI, and then we've got 1 in Texas. And I don't know if she's Dallas Fort. I think she's Dallas Fort Worth.
Okay, so DFW.
Yep.
All right. Personally, with me, I will leave the air to them.
Okay.
That would just be me. I will leave the air to them, especially with what's happening in the market right now, with the air prices being a little crazy, a lot crazy with the fuel prices. Some people have airlines that they're willing to travel with, some don't. And in order to get group pricing for air, at least 10 people have to be coming from the same city of origin.
Oh, okay. Because I've been looking at Delta. I signed up for Delta, World Direct or whatever they're called.
Okay.
And I've really been struggling with trying to get all of it to match up.
Yeah, it's a task. It's definitely a task. Now what can happen is once you get the land portion together and you get them to agree on the land portion, going back a step, I would only quote the land first
Okay,
until you guys decide. Otherwise, you're really gonna drive yourself crazy. Remember, I like to streamline processes.
yep,
So. Who knows?
I'm
Um,
taking notes.
I like to streamline processes. So I would only focus on the land portion first. And we're going to look up one of your 6 because you can use the same process for all of them.
Okay,
Once you decide on the land portion of it, then you can book the land and call World Agent Direct if you're going to book through them. And they can put the different flights for the different cities of origin all on one reservation if that's what you're trying to do.
okay.
Now tell me what you already found. And again, now I'm talking to her as if she's a client because she is. So these are the kind of questions you're going to ask your client too. What have you already looked at?
I've looked at so much stuff that my brain is about to explode. Please don't ask me, as old as I am, to repeat the stuff that I found, because I didn't even email it to myself. I got so tangled up, I just stopped.
And it will happen. It's the needle in the haystack effect.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
I'm going to say it's because your scope is too broad.
Yeah.
I would narrow those 6 down to 3. That's just
But
me.
even at 1, I was making myself crazy because I was trying to do everything
All
together.
at once.
Yes, and I did get it to where we could leave. They could leave LA. We could leave Kansas City. We hooked up in Atlanta, and then we flew in to that destination together. But then I couldn't get Texas to come in at the same time without an extremely long layover. It was just about to blow my mind. So
That part I leave to the vendor
okay,
because they can see all of the flights at one time. They don't have to skip around.
okay.
So it makes it easier for them. Now, when you were in World Agent Direct, did you see the land portion that you liked?
Yeah, I saw a couple of places, but I still didn't find a villa. That's why I've been making myself nuts, is because I found some nice hotels, and
Mhm.
we may wind up having to do a hotel. But I
Right.
really wanted to try to get us all together if that was possible.
Okay, so let's look at something since we're talking villas specifically. Because what you'll find more often than not, unless you're talking about a destination like Orlando, you're mostly going to find villas separate from our main vendors. Like you
Okay.
can find some vacation homes inside VAX with leisure something. But more often than not, you're not going to find vacation homes or villas inside VAX. You're not going to find them in Vacations Express. There are some vacation home options in Pleasant Holidays, but not a whole lot. Classic Vacations with the VRBO, they have those on hold right now. So if you're going to look for a villa, it's a specific place that you would have to look, or it's more than one, but I'm going to take you to one.
Okay.
Hey, Nina, I think you were talking about travel and leisure, which is
There
one
it
of the
is. There it
suppliers
is.
in VAX. If you go to the suppliers tab in VAX, you'll be able to see travel and leisure.
Travel and leisure. That is exactly what it is, Trav. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's go to. Hold on one second, because they just gave me an email today. See, not top villas, not villas of distinction. What is the other one? Aaron, that Aaron is the BDM of.
Is it Rental Escapes?
Rental Escapes, good looking at one. I remember them based on who BDM is. So here's Rental Escapes. You can also register directly with them. Let me go back a step so you guys can see how I did it. Are you able to see the screen? You see-
Yes,
Okay, so I go to Google. And since I know for sure I'm looking for rental escapes. Oops. Rental escapes for travel agents. And it will bring up the travel agent portal. That's what this is right here. This is another vendor
Okay.
that you can register with directly. Oh, I have to update that because I don't live there no more. All right, so you said Martinique.
yes.
So did you guys see what I did? I went straight to destinations. This will cut out the needle in a haystack. Because why even look through the vendor if they don't have what you're looking for in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we are looking for June. Uh, 15th through the 24th.
Yes.
How many of us are going?
11.
My daughter said, oh. She's sitting across from me getting her homework done. All right. So we need multiple rooms, more filters. Anywhere. How many rooms? You want everybody to have a room or is anyone willing
Well,
to?
since if we're gonna do double rooms, it's gonna be one man out. And if it is, I'll take the room by myself.
Well, yes, the group leader always gets their own room. That's how that
So-
goes.
Okay, so we need what, six? We need 5 double rooms plus 1.
6, there we go. Update my search. All right, and here are the 2 options. And I use the filter to keep me from going through 12 pages of stuff.
Okay.
Okay, always use the filters to narrow it down. That will keep your dots from being agitated because that's what happens with me. So we've got Villa Isabel here that has 9 rooms. It can host 18 people. It's got 9 bathrooms. We've got Villa Oralai, which has 6 bedrooms. It can house 12 people with 6.
That would be perfect. That's
This one right
perfect.
here. All right, so let's look at this one. Now, a lot of agents, I see they have it. Why do they have it in euros? What did they change? But we can convert this price too. Notice that it's in a different currency. So I don't know what the heck they did and why it's that, but we can always convert it. A lot of agents will run away from rental escapes because they look at this. But now I'm going to put a little onus on you right now. Take this number and divide it by the number of people that are going. And tell us what it is.
Well, let me unlock my phone because I'm not gonna try to do this with my brain right now.
Not ever. No, ma'am. That's what they make calculators for. Work smart, not hard. Not hard.
1286 divided by 11.
Yep.
One,
So how much?
116.91.
116.91 per night per person. And this is how you guys would sell this. So instead of saying, oh my God, nobody's going to pay $12.86 a night. So you're thinking for your client, unless they absolutely told you that this is not what they want to do, you have to figure out a way to get it done to sell the value of this property. So break the price down per person. It's that cost per person per night. All right. Now you always want to check here because it'll tell you how much it is per week. Low season is from August to December. Then they have Christmas season where the cost goes up. And then they also have a minimum stay. And then mid-season is January through May. Where does June fall?
Where is my June?
I was just whispering that. Like, where is June falling? Maybe they know something we don't know. I don't know. So what we would do is, you can always divide that week up just to give them a spitball price, since this is your cousins. You would divide that up by 11 and tell them how much it would cost you guys to stay for, the week. They do
Oh,
have
that's
a
not
minimum
bad.
stay. Their minimum stay is 7 nights. All right.
Mhm.
So to inquire, you'll just fill this information out, or you can call them. And yes, they do pay commission. I like to call. One, because I don't have a whole lot of patience. So I want the answer right then, and I'll call
Right.
them to get that information. They do have their time, their number, and they're open Monday through Friday. So you can always call them directly. But let's go back so that you can actually see.
How do you convert it?
Can you still see the screen?
Yep, I'm watching you.
Currency converter. Google is my very best friend next to my husband. So we are converting from the euro to the dollar, because that was in euros, right?
Yep.
All right, so we are converting from the euro to the US dollar. Tell me what the cost was in euros again.
It was 880, 818. Hold on, time 11. Weekly. Oh,
That's okay, we go back to it, not a problem. We go right back to it. So for the week, we're just gonna take this
9,000.
9,000, all right.
Now I've converted before from Google. I didn't know if you could convert it within that website.
Not in the website.
Okay.
Come on, come on, come on. It's just easier if we do it this way. So it'll be $8,738.57. Now tell me, if you divide that by the 11 of you, how much is it for the week per person?
$794.42.
So for those of you who were panicking on the behalf of your client, this is a $700 stay. And I would sell it as under $800. I would tell them you can get this for under $800 per person. Perfect group trip. So let me go back to show you what the villa looks like. So it looks like it has a private infinity pool. You also have ocean views. Gorgeous view.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's an outdoor picnic area. You guys can have your meals outside and look at the ocean from where you're eating. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this kitchen.
That's what I'm talking about.
Look at this kitchen. Don't count your clients out, folks. Don't count your clients out. You would be surprised at what they will agree to pay for. And even if this is more expensive for, let's say if it was 5 people going and they're like, well, that's a little bit more than what we want to pay. What would be your way of getting beyond that? No. Ask them to add more people into the group. Hey, is there more people that can go with you on this group? Is it anybody else that wants to go? And look at that on the inside. That actually looks like a resort. Look at these doors.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you the resort feel. Now, these are adjectives that I would use to explain what this looks like and what the value is in it.
Do they have any pictures of the surrounding area, or is it secluded?
Let's go and see what we can read. All right, located in a higher area, and they've got the name there, surrounded by trees and offering a panoramic sea view. Villa Coralie is a new luxury villa. Oh, I love new stuff. So it's a new luxury villa conceived with the same refined taste and providing the same services as Villa Isabel. Villa Coralie, so those two villas must be near each other, is offering to its guests comfort and privacy for an exclusive stay with family or friends at Domini des Blancs. At the first level is a covered terrace, 2 connecting double rooms with 1 king bed or 2 twin beds. At the second level, so it's multi-levels, it's got 3 levels. The second level, guests will enjoy an infinity pool with a counter-current swimming, an open terrace, a living room, a dining room, an open plan kitchen, a laundry room, as well as a double room with a queen size bed. At the third level, a pavilion, a shallow infinity pool. So is that 2 pools?
Mm-hmm.
All right. A suite with a king size bed, sounds like your room.
Uh-huh.
2 double rooms with 1 king or 2 twins, and a spare room with 1 bed for young adults or children. And then it goes into the fees. Now, what you do need to pay attention to, there is an exit cleaning fee. That's for them to clean it when you leave. There's also a security deposit, which is refundable. Okay.
Why
tell
is that highlighted?
I guess they think that it is highlighted because it's in this silver or whatever. Maybe they think that that is highlighted. I just make it a point of reading everything. So
Okay.
these would be things that I would copy and paste and put in a proposal. Make sure that you read this additional information too. Okay.
Okay.
Then they tell you the rest of the amenities. They've got staff and Wi-Fi. And it looks like the 7th bedroom, they actually have 7 bedrooms that they don't talk about. It's 7, but it says 6 here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right? So I would definitely read everything, and then I would call and talk to them because they are very, very fluent on their properties. I don't care if I was calling about Vegas, whatever it was, whenever I call, I usually talk to Erin. She was out on maternity leave for a little bit, but I believe she's back now. I usually talk to Erin and she will say, okay, Nina, click and go into such and such, or she'll give me the property number, which you can put at the top right here, the ID. She'll give me the number and I'll go directly to it and we will talk through. Now, many of these villas also offer concierge services. So you can have them to add chef services, a private party. If you'd like for them to put together one for you, they will. Spa services, entertainment. If you need transfers, they do car rentals, private drivers, private jets.
Oh.
Water taxis. All of these things can be added on. So make sure that you ask about this. This is why I tell you guys to go and click, because it'll be some other pertinent things in different places on these websites that you can really spruce up what you're selling to your clients. So they've got lots of stuff that they offer in different places. They also offer somebody that will do your own shopping. Of course, you have to pay for the food, but they will go and do your shopping for you. You can have chef services, you can have maid services, you can pay for all of those things. Of course, they come at a cost. But what they will do at Rental Escapes is package it together for you so that you have the total cost to present to the cousins. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you so much. This was phenomenal.
Not a problem, not a problem. And let me know how it goes too.
I will.
All right, my love. All right,
Hello,
who's
everyone.
next?
Hello, Nina.
Hey, Amy.
How are you?
Better than amazing. And I got my water. I was shaking it because
Okay, I was fixing to ask, I was.
Yes, ma'am. I'm in compliance. What we doing?
The only question that I saw, and forgive me if I overlooked, that pertained to this particular booking was asking if we know the commission for rental escapes for travel agents.
I know it just went up. I don't know it off the top of my head. I know it used to be 15%, but it just went up.
Okay.
So, but you can always get that information directly from Rental Escapes when you call, because they will tell you. And it does depend on host agency. So it's not the same across the board because we're at the top tier with all of our vendors. Our commissions are more than the average travel agency. So kudos to you guys being booking machines. This is the result of you guys booking like crazy is the vendors incentivizing us by increasing our commission amounts. So you can get the definite amount by calling Rental Escapes directly.
Absolutely. Okay, so on the trade-off, we were doing hands next. So Miss Karen Lewis, are you able to unmute yourself?
She probably won't. You have to click on her to unmute her, invite her to unmute.
There we, oh, I think we just about canceled each other out. Try that.
Uh-oh.
There you, hold on. Okay, Karen, I won't touch it. So I don't undo what you're doing. I'll let you just do it.
Still not working? Okay, I just clicked X to unmute. Let's see if that works. Now, Karen, you'll have to accept it.
Okay. Now,
There we go. There we go.
yeah. Well, I was doing it at first, and I think you.
Yeah, I think I did. I'm so sorry.
I thought that was you. Hey, sis.
Hey, look.
Now, I know earlier you told me you had 2 questions. What are we
They
doing?
real simple. Well, the first one is, as y'all know, I'm the sports nut, and so is my son. So
Mhm.
because I'm going to Detroit for the holiday for Christmas, he already told me that the Clippers will be in town, and he knows I like Kawhi Leonard. So he wanted to know if we had to go, how could I go about doing the tickets for that, even though we're not as far as going for, I know I have sports package, but because he's already a Detroiter, so he just wanted to make sure mommy got the commission.
Understood. So now you said something key. Explain to them what you meant when you say, I already have.
I already have sports
Can you
packages.
tell them what that is?
Those that is for people, sports nuts like me that dream on going to the All-Star weekend. That's for those type of packages. So, which will be in Cleveland in February of next year, you guys. So,
Okay, so now I don't have a login with them. Do
okay.
you?
With a sports package,
Uh-huh.
yes. When you sent me the link, I actually signed up with them and put
Okay.
my credentials.
So if now I'm the one that encourages you guys to step up to the plate. So what I would like to do is to make you a co-host and get you to share your screen, and I'll walk you through it. And then
Okay.
because I want them to be able to see what we're talking about. Now you and I know, but they don't. So we want them to see it too. Now,
Okay.
sports packages are not my niche. So
Okay.
when people ask me about it, I give my quotes away to those who shine there. Now, for those of you who are building a team, this is how you end up with the best retention in the entire company, is you make sure everybody eats. Now, I'm going to age myself. Anybody ever seen the movie Paid in Full?
Yes.
It says everybody's going to eat. I totally believe in that. If you are the only person, Charles just mentioned this on the Power Hour. I don't know how many of you guys were on there, but he says if you're the only one winning on your team, you're really losing.
Right.
So I make sure that my agents eat. I'm going to get it anyway. So whether they're direct to me or not, if I know that this is their area of expertise, why struggle my way through it just to get some commission on top of the commissions that I'm already getting, versus giving that to somebody who shines in that area? It builds trust between us. They get to see that I value them as a person and not just a number. Because if you're just a number, I don't care what you're booking. It doesn't matter. I just
Right.
want to make sure that you pay your $69.95. I don't think that way. My team really are my people. They
Right.
really are. So I want to make sure that they get what they came for. If this is your thing, this is what I'm going to send you these bookings for these sports nuts, because it's just not my thing. I make sure that she books, she eats, and then she knows that I value her. Does that make sense? Team
Yeah.
builders, you got to make sure that you value your people. All money is not meant to go into your pocket. You're meant to make sure as a leader, if you're leading from the front, you're looking back to make sure that everybody's still with you. This is how you keep your team. All right. So Karen, what I'm going to do, and everybody congratulate Karen. She just got a college degree. and graduated with honors. So congratulations. You know, I like to tell you business. So congratulations. All right, so Karen, do me a favor, raise your hand again so that I can, it'll take you to the top. Raise your hand again. All right, so I am going to make you co-host.
Okay.
All right, so now at the bottom of your screen, you should see a little green box with an arrow that says share screen. Click there.
Okay.
Brooke, will you get me another bottle of water, please? All right. Look at us. Look at us. All right. I can't. All right. Now log into that website and let them know what you're doing.
Okay,
Oh,
let
we
me
need this.
get out my school book.
Take your time, sis. Take your time.
Look, I got so much junk on here.
I do. You saw how many tabs I had open at the time. We all
I
do.
know, I'm like, what my little Chrome? Okay. I said Chrome, not no doggone
Take
school.
your time.
Not no doggone schoolwork. I'm trying to get up to this. It's like so hard to get up. Oh, I see why. Because this doggone the top of the screen is. It's
Oh,
black.
because you had it minimized.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the back of the screen is the top of my screen.
I just
Yes,
want to
sure.
know if y'all see that Phi Theta Kappa. I just want to know if anybody sees that besides me. I love it.
Look, I'm trying to get out my file explorer and go to my tab, and now it's going to Masuni. Lord have
All right, can
mercy.
you, if you click that X at the top, will it do that? Move over to the left. Over some more to the left. Nope,
Yeah.
not that one. It was another X that I saw over to the left.
Let me move this little sucker.
Oh, we
Okay.
in there. Here we go.
Yeah, let me move this little sucker.
Go ahead, Brooke, sit down.
I'm trying to get to the screen here. Okay.
Take your time.
Look, I don't want to have to call the tech guy in the family.
Now, when it's at the top of this box where it says Sunny Empire State College, on the
Mhm.
right side of the screen at the top, it's an X. Will that close it out?
I'm trying to get to that part because it's, here it
Yeah,
goes.
right there. Will it let you close it out there? Okay.
Yeah. Now I'm just trying to get to the next, because it's the black part of the screen is actually.
I can see it. I can see it. Go ahead and type your website in there. It'll take us right to it.
Lord Jesus. Now I can't type.
Yes, you can. All right, so the website is Sports Traveler, and this is a website that pays commission. All right, guys, it is sportstraveler.net. And see, she does just what I do. I save all of my logins, so all I have to do is click and I'm in there. There where it says travel planners, make sure that you guys go back and you click in there so that you can read that information.
Mhm.
All right, it has agent resources there. You can register, all of that, right? This is information that you can use to learn a little more about the website. Yes, you see it says there, we work with travel agents and planners. Okay, so for those of you that want to sell Super Bowl packages, it's going to be for you. All-star packages. This is one of Terrera's niches. Miss T, it's one of her niches. This is going to be your go-to. So click on sports events. So what are we looking for? A basketball game?
Yep.
We're looking for NBA. And if you guys are looking for college, you saw that they had college in there too. So this is
Mhm.
NBA. All right. So
As y'all can see with the NBA All-Star game right here.
you see, I see it. I see it. All right. So scroll down so they can see a little bit more.
We have to
All right,
find.
so they've got NBA finals, they've got the All-Star games, they got Chicago Bulls at the United Center, they've got the LA Lakers at the Staples Center, they got the New York Knicks. All right, so you go down a little bit further and you look for the team that you are looking for. Western Conference, Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons. Does anybody know that Detroit is really pronounced Detroit? Fun fact, if you're from Michigan, you know that it is really pronounced Detroit and it means over the water. They
I'm
taught
mad.
us that in high school.
Mad it still have Palace instead of Little Caesars Arena. But
Yeah, I need them to update it because
Right.
it's the Little
I'm gonna
Caesars
need them-
Arena.
Right.
All right, so if you guys were following where she clicked, it's just a matter of going through the website and clicking. All right, you examine the website. Please don't think that it's going to be a time where you have all of this stuff memorized. It's really trial and error. This is a part of the research that I talk to you guys about all the time. Yes, I do streamline process. I really do streamline my processes. But when it comes to researching, there are no shortcuts. There just aren't. There are no shortcuts. So you're going to have to put the time in. So you're going to click through here. And it says that Sports Traveler is a member of the BBB, Better Business Bureau, right? And all purchases are 100% what? Guaranteed. So this is a safe purchase for whoever you're selling this information to or selling these tickets to, okay? All right, so again, I like to streamline. So do me a favor, go up to where it says, and it does say Detroit Pistons tickets are on sale now. Is that a live link? Where it says Palace of Auburn Hills. If you click that, is that a live link or no?
No.
Okay, so it doesn't have a link in this spot, right? So we
Right.
might have to type it in the search bar at the top.
Right.
So don't get discouraged if you're looking at something and you're not seeing what you're asking for, what you're looking for. Utilize that. Where you going? Utilize that search bar. And here we are.
Are they able to book room and flights through this particular website?
Karen, is there something they can do through this website?
Yes, they do have the flights and the rooms as well. Cause I did a mock one when I first signed in because my boyfriend is Mr. I love golf. He's a Tiger fan. So I did the Masters just in case he makes a comeback in April to see what it would be like.
So you got that? You can
My
actually.
husband is as well, so you got to get those a year out, no less.
Yes.
All right, so they've got we're looking at, they added some Lion stuff in here. So I see Lions, I see Kansas City. Looks like they mixed some stuff in here.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So now me being who I am, I
Right.
would call them because I don't drive myself crazy with nothing. Some of
'Cause I
them
even was-
will be
I
like,
even
I don't
was
want to
like, okay,
call, I
wait
don't
a
want to
second.
call. I actually would call. If I do 2 or 3 searches in here and I don't see what I'm looking for, I
Mhm.
will call them. So over here where it says contact information, so we already know the information that we need to know. We know that we can buy Pistons tickets from them. We know that
Right.
if we need a whole package, that we can get that from here. We can get the flights and we can get the hotel from here. So what I
Yes.
would do is hit contact. All right, and here are the office hours. They are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 p.m.
Yes.
And they are closed on Saturday, Sunday, and on holidays. Now, they are located in Evergreen Park. So if I'm not mistaken, Illinois is on Central Standard Time.
Yes.
There's the address, there's the phone number. And if you want to chat with them, you're gonna have to do it during their office hours. But I definitely would call them and
Yes.
work through that with them. That way I'm not driving myself crazy.
I know, because I sure was looking like, what in the name of drugs?
You take 2. All right.
Another related question is, are these resale sports tickets?
That I don't know.
No,
No.
they're not.
They're not resale.
No.
There you go.
I did check that one.
Sports fan. I love it. Let's see. This is why I would give my quotes for anything dealing with sports to Karen, because I know she's personally invested, because it's an interest of hers already, and she's going to do the work. And then she's super coachable. So if she asks, what do I do? And I say, okay, do this, this, and this. Not only is she going to do it, she's going to check back in and let me know how it went. That serves two purposes. One, it gets her the answer that she needs, and then I get to learn about it too. So even though I'm not going to book it, I still need to know so that I can direct agents to it. Okay.
Yes,
So each one teach one, right?
yes.
All right. Real quick, what's the second question?
All right. Also, I hope, Karen, that you saw all the congratulations.
Yes, I thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
Great.
No, this one is really, really quick. I have a client that just wants to do flight plus car, but her issue as far as she doesn't use credit cards. She just goes directly bank card, and that's it. And that was her biggest concern because trying to get a rental with her flight. With her,
Okay, so Karen, I'm going to let you still do the research this way that you get actual hands-on
okay.
experience. So the first thing, because we know that she is using a debit card,
Yes.
we need to know, first of all, tell me where she's going.
She is actually going to Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. So the first thing that you need to know, if you don't already know, is what the airport code is for Portland. And you can just type in airport code for Portland, Oregon, and it will populate for you. Now I know what it is. I just want to show you how to find it. And that's for everybody else on the line too.
Okay.
There's also a cheat sheet that you can print out. If you go
Mhm.
into Google and type in airport codes, you can
Okay.
find a comprehensive list of all of the major airport codes. But for
Right.
now, because we're looking specifically for Portland, you want to type into that search bar where you've got sportstraveler.net, type in there airport code for Portland in the search bar. Yeah. Airport code for Portland, Oregon.
Nothing failed.
All right.
Of course they're gonna do this.
Okay. Airport to go down, scroll down a little bit, scroll down. Okay, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. So there's the airport code right there. PDX.
Oh, well, I'll be darned.
PDX. So that's for Portland. So what
Okay.
we need to know now is you're going to go back up to that search bar
Mhm.
and you're going to type rental car at PDX.
Okay.
And then I'm going to explain why we are going this route instead of looking for the package first, because there's some specific information that we need to know.
Okay.
All right, so scroll down. So it looks like 6 is at the airport. Go down some more. Click on that airport rental car. Now, we're not going to use this. We're just going to use it for the purposes of finding out which companies are there. We're not going to use this. Keep that in mind. We're not using this. We just want to know which ones are located there.
Okay. So do I just use this date?
We just want to see what's there. All right, so we want to see the car companies. Go down. Is it showing us or is it just showing us the actual cars?
Just the actual cars.
All right, come out of here. Type in Expedia. You have a login for Expedia tab?
Yes.
Okay, log into Expedia tab. And again, this is not who I plan on booking this with. I just need to know what rental car companies are at this particular airport, because never assume that they're all at every airport, because they're not. All right. Make sure you put in PDX.
Ooh, Lord.
There we go. All right, you can keep that in and just hit search. All right, all right.
Yeah, thanks for that.
All right, now over here on the left, go to the left where it says filter by, and you're going to scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Rental car companies. All right, here we go. So we know we are dealing with Alamo, Avis, Budget, Dollar, Enterprise, Hertz, Click, Show More. National, Payless, 6, and Thrifty. So the next thing you're going to want to know, open up a different, now I'm going to tell you from experience, and this is why it's important to travel when you can. You can use a debit card for Avis and Budget.
Okay.
Now, what makes it easier for them is if they join their clubs, the
Okay.
Avis Preferred Club, the Budget Preferred Club, because they
Okay.
will allow you to secure it with a debit card based on the rules of that particular station. So we're going to go to another screen and we're going to look up Avis at the Portland Airport. So put Avis PDX.
Okay, okay.
Now, for those of you on the line that are not familiar, the different stations, meaning the different locations, have different rules, right? So there are some of them that will allow it company-wide, they allow it, but the stations can still decide if they want to tweak that or not. Case in point, Michigan, when I fly home to Michigan and I rent my cars from Avis, I can do everything through the app. And I know that they're going to charge me $250 for the deposit, even if I prepay.
Okay.
And I get that back.
Okay.
However, Atlanta is a different animal.
Hmm.
Atlanta wants you to have an actual credit card. Now, they will let you finalize on a debit, but they want a credit card to secure it. Pensacola, the same way, the Pensacola Airport. So what we're going to do now is go to the actual station website so that we can read their rules. So not there because that is the Avis, the company. We want specifically the Portland. Let's see. Let's go there. Yep. We want to read their rules. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. So there's the address, there's the phone number, the location type is corporate, there's the hours of operation. Scroll down some more. Preferred service, general directions, after hour returns. Rental car return. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. All right, here we go, here we go. Terms and conditions. When you guys are booking for your clients, this will put you over the top if you do the extra work. The last thing that you want is for a client to show up with their debit card to rent their car and they can't. So yes, Amy, I got my water. If you are processing a rental car for a client, ask them, are they using a credit or a debit card? And then go and pull this information. I would copy and paste it and send it to them so that they are prepared. Somebody asked a question earlier in my personal team page that asked, what do you do that causes you to stand out from other agents? This is one of the many things that I think for the client. What information would I need if I'm traveling? And then you give that information to your client. Okay, this will put you ahead of the curve when it comes to customer service for your client, thinking for them, making their trip easier for them. This will keep your clients from having an unnecessary headache, because I'm here to tell you, I've had my heart broken in the airport before, where I'm there with a credit card and I'm like, wait a minute, I've got X amount of dollars on here. Why can't I pay for it? And I've prepaid for it. So these are the type of heartaches that you want to keep your client from having. Go in here and read the policy. So debit card policy. Location does accept bank debit cards with the MasterCard or Visa logo at the time of rental for specific card groups with the following requirements. So that means that they can rent it with a debit card, But you
Okay.
also want to go and read those requirements. You see that they have to show proof for return flight.
Yes.
This is all information that they need to know. So copy and paste this information and send it to your clients. Most rentals may require an authorization hold of the estimated rental charges plus $200. So whatever the rental was going to cost plus the $200 deposit. Remember, I just mentioned that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rentals of 4 days or more may require an authorization hold of the estimated rental charges plus $300. So if it's under 4 days, the security deposit is $200. If it's over 4 days, the security deposit is $300.
Okay.
This is all information that your client is going to need to know. Okay. So we've already solved the issue of who can she rent with, right?
Right.
So now what we're going to do.
Can I chime in before you go past that? Sorry. I had a client, I went on the main website. It said that a debit card can be used, but when they went to the physical location, they would not allow them to use a debit card. So make sure you call the location that they're picking the car up from.
Okay.
That's what we're doing now, because this is the actual location. These are their rules. This is not Avis. This is Portland's.
Okay.
So calling is going over and beyond. You can do that just to confirm.
Mhm.
But when you're booking, this is the process that you want to go through, because this takes you directly to that particular station. And each one of them has different rules. So if you go to the top where it says locations, you click there and then you go to that specific location. And then you should be able to read this. Now, just to serve yourself, because I'm like that too, where I check and recheck, I will call and double check and say, hey, I'm reading this on the website. It says XYZ. I want to confirm. So definitely. But this is how you can actually see it, where you get a visual that you have to refer to. But these are their terms and conditions, and you'll be able to find this in each station too. They usually have it in a little placard on the front desk.
Right. Okay.
So, but when you're booking for your client, you're going to give them this information. So you copy and paste this and you put it somewhere where you can go back and get it, either in Word or in your notes. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's go into, you said they need air and rental car. That's it?
Yes.
Okay.
If
So let's go
they're
into
staying
that.
with a relative that
Let's
doesn't
go
have.
into VAX. Now, I only mess with Expedia Tap, and I know a lot of people will use Expedia Tap because they think that it's easy. VAX is easy for me too. But remember, Expedia Tap is only paying out 50% in commission. It's not paying out the 80% of the commission paid out. So I'm not trying to short myself. So we can sell air and rental car.
Of course, I didn't say that. I don't know my own stuff. I wrote it down.
You notice I'm biting my tongue so you can get it. I'm not going to give you the answer.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I wrote it down.
There you go. So the agency number, guys, for those that don't know, is our host agency's IATA number. So keep that close by at your workstation. The agency number is the IATA number. All right. So let's go to FunJet. Where it says vacation package, click that down. Yep, FunJet. Where it says package type, click that down arrow. So we need what and what? Flight and car. So this is for those of you who are stuck using Expedia Tap because you don't think you can do that anywhere else. You definitely can use it for VAX too. And you have some type of control over what your commission is going to be. All right, so they are departing from.
They're departing from here, Rochester.
Right, and going to.
EDX.
There you go.
Just one of them.
All right, then put in your travel dates. Add the trip protection. Always, always add it first. Let them tell you that they don't want it. Okay. Protect your client even when they don't know that they need protecting. All right, let's click search. All right, so here we go. Now, before you just select, and this is for everybody on the line, always check the times for your clients' flights. The last thing you want is to have a client with a super long layover that you didn't know about. Okay.
I know, I wouldn't want no long layover either.
All right. So this is the very first option that we see.
Yeah.
Is on Southwest. And what is the selling point for Southwest that makes people want to use Southwest? And you guys can chime in the chat box too. What is a selling point for Southwest that makes people want to use it? Let me go to this chat box and see what y'all saying.
Wanna get away?
There you go. 2 bags fly free. Exactly. 2 bags fly free. Now, when you are communicating to your clients, these are little tips and tricks that you can help them with to, one, show the value of what you're selling, and then to educate them. Because believe it or not, some people might not know. Don't assume that they know. Tell them, hey, these flights are, the flights in a rental car is going to cost you $950, $454. But let me tell you, this is Southwest, so your bags fly free. You're selling the value, right?
Right,
The
right.
value. All right, so this flight leaves at 6:45 a.m. from Rochester. It connects, somebody tell me where MWM is. MDW, sorry, MDW. Tell me what airport that is. MDW, what airport is that? MDW, go ahead and click it. There you go, and that's how you find out. Did you see what she did? She hovered over it. Do it again, Karen. It is Chicago Midway. Always know where your clients are going to connect and tell them that. Tell them. Because if you just tell them, oh, you're going to connect in Chicago, 9 times out of 10, they're going to think O'Hare. You don't want your clients to panic, right? This is the thing that puts you over the top, that makes you a superstar. Even though for us, it might just be common sense, right? For us, because this is what we do. Right. But if we're booking for an accountant who knows numbers and not really tripping on travel, you want to put them ahead of the curve. Right. So you let them know your flight is going to depart from Rochester at 6:45 a.m. You're going to connect at Midway, which is also in Chicago, but it's not the O'Hare Airport. It's Midway. You will depart at 7:30 a.m. You will arrive at Midway at 8:35 a.m. and that's Central Time. Right? At Central Time, you have a 1 hour and 5 minute layover. Some people want straight flights. And I tell you, I cringe every time people say straight flights because you want to learn the lingo.
Right.
A straight flight for a novice is called a direct flight with us. Learn the lingo so that you are educating your clients, right, guys? It is a direct flight. But when they don't have the direct flights, you let them know what the layover is going to be, and then let them know why they need an hour and 5 minutes. What if the flight is slightly delayed and they only have 45 minutes or 36 minutes? I think the shortest is 36 minutes that you can have for a connection. What if it's delayed because of weather?
Right.
You just had a storm, right? Then they're going to miss the connection. So you let them know by the time you get from one gate to another, it's going to be time for you to board. Ease your clients' minds so they don't think I'm going to be sitting at this gate for an hour and 5 minutes, because the average person is going to think that. Educate your client, okay? Let them know, okay, you're going to depart from Midway at 8:35 a.m. and that's Central Time, and you will arrive in Portland at 11 a.m. And what time zone is Portland on?
Wait, is that Mountain or is that Pacific?
And you tell me, how can we find out? Open up another tab and ask it, what time zone is Portland on? All right.
Yeah.
So there it is right there. What's it say? Current time in Portland is 12:21:19. Is it?
Oh, this is old, I think, because it say Monday. Let me.
Like, wait a minute, that is not the current time. What are we talking about?
It's actually 5:36
Okay, it's 5:36. So PDT.
Pacific.
Okay.
'Cause I was like, is it?
There you go.
Okay. 'cause-
Somebody said, ask Alexa. Yep. Benisa said, ask Siri. Yep. That-
Look,
those are
my
your
little
choices.
2-year-old niece is already going around going Google because
There
my
you
sister
go.
said Google.
So make sure that you know these things and take notes so that you can refer to them later. Portland.
Look, and that
Pacific
was my
Standard Time.
claim to fame, and I'm like, ugh.
There you go. This is how you're going to research when we're not on the training. This is exactly what I do. I don't know all of the time zones and all of I don't, but I will research it to find out. Okay. This is how you do that. So for the sake of this, we're going to select that first one. All right. And then we're going to find their return flights. All right. Let's take this one. They will have a 2-hour and 5-minute layover. And then you're going to go over the times with them as well. Let's check the first one just for the sake of this.
Okay.
All right, so let's go down here and look, they do not have Avis. So Karen, I'm going to put the onus on you. They don't have Avis, so what do we do? Somebody type in the chat box, what would you do? Since we see that they have Hertz, Alamo, National, and Enterprise, what would you do? Based on what I just showed you with finding out about Avis, what would you do? Wait, click on more car brands. Click there.
Yeah, there you go.
And there's Avis. Okay. So yes, somebody said, go back and check, research those locations, more car brand. All of you are on it. That is how you research. Click more car brands so you can see what the other costs will be. Let's click on more car brands. Let's select Avis because we just did the research for Avis.
Okay.
So let's
So-
just choose the first one for the sake of it.
Okay.
All right, so we've got our flights, we've got our outbound, we've got our return, we've got our rental car. We've got the information about those 2 bags fly free. Scroll up, I want to see, do we have our insurance? Because it looks like we don't. So click on features.
I thought I pressed insurance.
I thought you did too, but it didn't translate, which is fine. But this is why you always double check, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's click on during travel protection plan.
Okay.
All right, now we are going to send this as a quote. So the first thing that I do is I save it. So click save.
Wait, do you want me to update it too? Since I'm adding the
Yep, it's already there. You're fine. It's in there now. So click save, name it.
Mhm.
All right, so now you are going to send it, but you're going to send it to yourself first. So look on the right side of the screen, scroll up a little bit. Where it says, oh, first, we need to know how much we're going to get paid for this. So click on booking administration.
Where is that at?
Go back up and slow down. Look on the right side of the screen.
Oh,
There you go.
George is my best friend. I'm gonna.
All right, so now the commission for this is going to be $48.21. Personally, I would add at least $20 to it. So let's increase it by $20. So put 20 there. And click set commission. So you see it just went up to $66. And see, I would only increase it to that because this is like 15 or 20 minutes worth of work for me. Okay. When you are considering what your commission is going to be, If you're not making $100 an hour in your regular 9 to 5 and you're a brand new agent, do not charge your clients $100 an hour for this.
Mhm.
Be realistic, right? We're gonna
Right.
be realistic. Now, if you are razzle dazzle and you got all of this under your belt and you're really putting in the work, then yes, make sure that you charge your worth, but still be reasonable, because whatever you send these people, they are going to go look for themselves, right?
Right.
A lot of agents focus on giving them the best deal, which is the cheapest price. I don't,
Mhm.
because my services are what they're paying for. My
Right.
services. They're not paying me to find the cheapest price. I don't even accept those bookings. I already found it for this. Can you beat this? No, but I can match it. I'm not about to get into that trick bag.
Right.
I can possibly match it. I do have price matching ability. So I would definitely, exactly, cheap versus value. My services are valuable. The time that I'm taking researching this is valuable. Okay. So click the X. You're going to be paid 80% of that 6621. That's something else that you need to understand. You are paid 80% of what that commission is, not 80% of the cost of the vacation. All right.
No.
Okay, so Reagan, what if the other brands were that Avis was not available? That's what I had the other agents answering. What would you do next? The same research that we did for Avis, we would do for the other ones that we see available. So if Enterprise is available, we would go to the Enterprise website, we would click on destinations or locations, we would go to that particular location and read their terms and conditions to see if this is something that they could do. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so you already saved it. Here I'm scrolling like this is my screen. Scroll up.
Okay.
All right, here where it says email print itinerary, you're going to email it to yourself.
Okay. Email it to myself.
All right, so Karen, you are going to send it to yourself. Now where it says edit, click edit. Oh, you already sent it. So
Yes.
in that little area where it says edit, you can put your
Mhm.
own personal information in there.
Okay.
Hi, such and such. Thanks for working with me to get this booked for you. Here's the information that you asked for. Please contact me as soon as possible to get this booked, because prices are subject to change. So time is of the essence. Put that on everything you send.
Okay.
Prices are subject to change because they are. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Thank
you
you.
in there. You're welcome. All right. Who's next?
Right. Let me stop sharing.
Yep. Click stop share.
There goes.
Next is Mariah.
All right, Mariah, what are we doing? Did you ask her to unmute?
Yes, I did.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So I'm looking to try and plan a group trip for my mom's birthday to possibly Paris. So I just wanted to get some more information on how to do like a mock booking for like Europe-based locations.
Okay, so you said that the vacation is for Paris. Do you have travel dates?
It would be the end of June, early July. So like no exact dates just yet, just because like it's the super beginning of the planning stages for it. Like she literally told me yesterday.
Okay, so for the sake of this, we are going to impose travel dates.
Mhm.
Okay, now do you have a budget?
5,000 will do.
How many people are going?
It would be at least 3.
Okay, and it's a $5,000 per person or for the entire trip?
The entire trip.
Okay. Where is everybody departing from?
They would be departing from New Jersey, so the New York area for the airports is completely fine.
Okay, so we are going to have to narrow this down so we don't create a situation where we're on a wild goose chase, okay?
So JFK we could do. I know they do a lot of,
They do.
yeah, they do a lot of Paris flights out of there.
They actually do them from Newark and LaGuardia as well. Now, I personally would start with Newark because I know that Newark is a hub for United and you'll get a lot of nonstop flights to that destination from Newark. But again, that's just from experience. Husband works for United. I fly United most of the time. So it's just kind of something I know just being in the industry. But you can also research that information where you know where the hubs are for different airlines. So when you are researching these flights, you kind of know when you have a tri-state area like that, if you know there's a hub at one of those, you know to start there so that you don't have 3 connections for a trip that you really should have, 1 or less. Okay. So can you tell me the airport code for Paris?
The one that I know offhand is ORY, I believe.
ORY for Paris?
Believe that's one. Oh, yes.
So the
Right.
main one that you want to go to this is the main airport for Paris.
Okay.
So CDG, that's the major one. All right. So let's do CDG and make sure you put that in your notes. That is the Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, France. Okay. And you said there are 3 adults going?
Yes.
Okay. Is everybody sharing one room?
Yes, for the most part.
And you said the end of June, beginning of July?
Yes.
All right. So the good thing about it is not a holiday at the end of July, not a holiday at the beginning of June. So we can actually cover the end of June. Oh, I'm sorry, that's July. Wait, okay, so if we say the end of June, the beginning of July, what happens at the beginning of July?
So there's 4th of July there. So would it make more sense to go after the 4th of July?
I would say so on the US part because this is a vacation holiday. So the prices are probably going to be a little more elevated right before the holiday because people are traveling to where they're going, and right after the holiday because they're going home, right? So if I was going to, and I had an open slate to pick the dates, I would either go back into June a little more this week in June, or I would go the week after the holiday.
Okay.
All right, so do you guys have a number of nights that you had decided on?
It would be 4 days, 5 nights.
So that's 6 days and 5 nights.
Oh, yes, to include the travel. Yeah.
Even if you're not including the travel, you count nights are how many you sleep. Days will count the day that you leave.
Yeah.
So 6 days, 5 nights. You're going to sleep 5 nights?
No, sorry. It's been a long day. So yeah.
That's okay. How many nights are you going to sleep in Paris?
So it would be for 5 nights.
Got it. All right, we're going to add in the travel protection. And let's take a look. No, go on and hold on. Messed up my dates. Let's do it again. Vacation. All right, here we go. So we are doing hotel and flight from JFK. We are going to CDG. We've got 3 adults. All right, here we go. And It's thinking. This is how I knew the wrong dates were there, because it confirms your dates right here in the middle of the screen. All right, anything in red, make sure that you stop and read it. Please note, the price does not include a hotel for the first vacation night, since the current flight set selection includes an overnight flight or crosses the international date line. If desired, you may adjust the number of hotel nights prior to completing this booking. So it says that it automatically adjusted the nights for you. Now, I've never flown on Iceland Air, and I've never sold it. That definitely would not be a mitigating factor for me. I would ask the clients, are they okay with that? If they're not, then I would look for something different. These flights are with Iceland Air, they're economy, and this is going to, I don't know where that is, but it's going to connect there. Now we could actually open up another tab and Google that to see where it is, but for the sake of time, we're not going to, but make sure that you let your clients know where they will connect at, and then look up that particular area to find out if there's anything special that they have to do or any restrictions that are in place that would cause them any type of difficulty, okay? Also make sure that you pay attention to the times that they are connecting so that you know just how much time that they're going to be at that connection. All right, so let's resort these from lowest to highest. And I don't sell what I wouldn't do, okay? So we can look at 3, 4, and 5, unless you know for sure you just want to do 4 or 5. I personally would only do 4 or 5 star resorts. If you want to be near something specifically, like you know you want to stay in a hotel or a resort that will give you a view of the Eiffel Tower, which I've had to sell to clients before, you want to use this filter to get you those hotels. If you want to be near the Louvre, you want to click here and it will give you those hotels, okay? So it really depends on what the client wants. For the sake of this, let's choose the Eiffel Tower. And you said that the budget is about $5,000, okay? So we would still be within the budget with the first few choices, all right? Always check the resort. It's telling you that this is 17 miles from the airport. It's 4 miles from the Eiffel Tower. It's a studio with free Wi-Fi. You always want to look at the pictures to see what it is that you're going to be occupying. This looks like a little apartment. And then read the details. What the hotel details are, the amenities, and the different rooms that they have available. They have a standing 2-room duplex apartment. I need them to spell apartment correctly. That can house 5 people with the free Wi-Fi. It's got a studio with free Wi-Fi. It's got a superior studio with a mezzanine and a terrace. A 1-bedroom superior apartment. So you've got some different options with that. But go through each one of them. Now, if I am offering this to a client, again, for the sake of time, I do go through each one and I look at it to see what they look like based on what the client told me. Is this something that's going to be suitable for them? If they have a particular brand that they want to stay with, they tell me, okay, I will only stay in Marriott hotels. I will look through this list to locate a Marriott because they do have them in Paris. Now, to send this to a client, let's say that this is not your family, you're actually sending this to someone. I will create a sales email. I'm going to select the first 3 ones just for the sake of this. Now, I'm not telling you to select the first 3 because remember, you're going to do the research. You're going to look at the resorts or the hotels. You're going to see what the rooms look like. You're going to check out the amenities and see if this is going to meet your client's needs. And then you're going to choose the 3. Even though this will allow you to send 6, don't. Your clients will get overwhelmed. Give them 2 to 3 options. Cap it at 3. I promise you, if you send them 6, they're going to want to see 6 more. Cap it at 3. Always look to see what you're going to get paid. Okay. And then you could send this sales email to yourself. The flights that you chose are here. And the 3 different resorts are all listed here, and the trip insurance too. You can change this information here to put your own closing. You can put some personalized information here too. The name of the trip here, your email there. These are live links. So whoever you send this to will be able to click this and see everything that we just saw. Okay. So to do a mock booking for just one, let's choose this one. So we're looking at it. We're going to see what it looks like. We're going to read the hotel details. It's telling you where it is. You're within a 4-minute drive of the Moulin Rouge. Tells you exactly where everything is. Amenities, you check out the amenities, see what they have. Elevators is important to me because I have issues with my left knee. And then you're going to see what rooms they have available. Multiple beds, you've got 3 people going, you're going to need multiple beds. So let's select that room. We're going to select the flights again. We're just going to take the first choice just for the sake of time. And remember, you're going to check out these flights. You're not just going to pick the first ones that you see. I'm only doing that now for the sake of time. We've got travel insurance, we've got a resort, we've got our outbound flights and our return flights. Okay. You can also check the features to see if there are airport transportation, airport transfers to be offered, which there are. They have one-way private transportation from the airport. So we want this. And make sure that you are actually selecting the date that they will arrive. I didn't go back up to see what date that they arrive, that you would arrive. I'm just selecting the first one for the sake of this booking. And this is for up to 4 passengers, so we only need 1. We're going to add it to the cart. And then we're going to need transportation to get back. So one-way private transportation from Paris Hotel to the Charles de Gaulle Airport. And we're going to pick that date to go back, and we will add it to the cart. So now you've got your transportation to and from the airport. You've got trip insurance. Always read the entry requirements and protocols because those change from time to time. We've got our hotel, we've got our dates here, and we've got our air here. You email this to yourself, and there's all the information. It tells you what the deposit is going to be, so you know to divide this by 3 people, right? And the balance is $5,000. We're just slightly over budget, so $5,183.16. That final payment is due in full May 26, 2023. And here are all of the details that we went over. Make sure that you go over the baggage policy so your clients know what to expect. There's our transportation, there's our trip insurance, and the breakdown of what they're paying. And there's also a promo, so they're going to save $32.71. Again, you can personalize this information here, and you can also personalize this information here. Always send it to yourself first. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys, we may be able to do 1 or 2 more, then I'm going to have to shut it down. All right, who's next?
Kim,
All right, Kim, what are we doing? She able to unmute herself? Hi, Kim.
She's unmuted. She said something, but I couldn't really hear what she was saying.
I can't really hear you, dear. Oh, she's muted again. Oh no.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
I have 10 people on a cruise from Norfolk, Virginia to Bahamas. And leaving May 25th, returning the 30th.
Now, you know, cruises don't necessarily coincide with the travel dates. Are you guys flexible?
Yes,
Okay. So do we absolutely need to depart on the 25th? Or are you guys flexible with that too?
we're flexible.
Okay. Is there a budget?
No, not right now.
Are you sure?
Right now, there isn't a budget. I was just asked this actually a little before we came on. So, I didn't actually get a budget.
Okay. You said there are 10 people going. Is it going to be 2 people per cabin? You say yes?
Yes, 2 people per cab.
Okay. And you said that you need the departure city to be Norfolk
Yes,
for the actual ship or for the air?
for the actual ship departing.
All right, so the first thing that we need to do is to find out if there are ships that depart from Norfolk. Here we go, cruise lines that go out of Norfolk. As a cruise port, Norfolk is a departure point for Carnival cruise ships sailing to the Bahamas, Bermuda, or the Caribbean islands. So a simple amount of research on the front end, this is for everybody on the line, will save you from going on a wild goose chase and opening up 5 or 6 different cruise line websites when you can actually go here and streamline it, okay? Since it's a group of 10, most of the time, unless they specifically say, we want a luxury cruise, most of the time when people are traveling in a group and they're going on a cruise, they want to have fun. And Carnival is known as the fun ships, right? So let's go with Carnival first. Okay, so we are going to create a booking. And this is a group of 10. So we're going to do a group booking. All right, you said the departure date. We need it for May. May 25th. I'm choosing open promotion because I want to be able to see everything. And you said that you want to go to the Bahamas. All right. We want 6 to 9 days. Right? 6 days. You want 6 days?
No, from the 25th to the 30th, so it'll be 5.
All right. And departure port is Norfolk. So we definitely want to use as many filters as we can to narrow this down. Okay. All right, so the ship is going to be the Carnival Magic. We know that for sure. And I actually just wrote it down. Carnival Magic departs from Norfolk. That's in case anybody asks me that again, I will know it because that's not something that I knew before we looked just now. We do have a departure that happens to be on the 25th. So we do have fun points. So that means that we can use those points to gift our guests something special. The average lead rate is $5.89. So let's select this sailing. And here are the prices. You want to name your group, put in a phone number here. We've got 3 flex points that we are going to use, fun points that we'll have access to use. Now, I got into trouble with my very first cruise because I didn't add the amounts up properly. Even though I know how to do it now, I still will call Carnival to make sure that I'm doing the numbers correctly. So here are your interior prices, and there are more than one price for the same cabin because they are located in different parts of the ship. Okay, so as you go up closer to where prime real estate is going to be located, you notice that the price is going to increase. They only have 2 different categories of ocean view, and then they have quite a few balconies. So I'm not sure what you guys had discussed or what type of rooms they were interested in, but if you want to offer them pricing for each category, I personally would not choose the 4A because I know that that is the lowest part of the ship. I would choose one of these for interior. I would choose the lowest ocean view here and the lowest balcony here. Now, if you're going to have more than one, your commission, for those of you who ask, what's the commission? The commission is 16%. It's literally listed here, 16%. If you are going to have double stateroom requests, you put that here. Okay. This doesn't apply to us, but if you're going to have 3 people in the room, this is what the cost would be for the extra people. Now, what I do is I add up the amount and then I divide it down the middle. It makes it easier for me to do the math, and it's fair. Instead of charging the lead person $914 and then the 3rd person in the room $189, the 4th person in the room $189, right? So I add all of those together and divide it. The payment date and deposit amount will be $25, and they have to have that paid by December the 12th. Now, if you don't know what this is, always hover and it'll tell you. This is for the vacation protection, which is the insurance, and I always sell it. Okay. See if it'll let me click out of that. More details for that. Let me go back. All right, so then it has, come on, seems like it's stuck. Fun points are listed here. The rate code is listed here. So let's pick.
Oh, balcony.
You want all balconies? You sound kind of far away.
Yes, I'm sorry. All balconies.
All right, so let's just choose those. Stateroom request must not be less than 8. So let's do 3 interior, and then we'll let those go back to inventory. I gotta name it. Mock. All right, so here are our balconies. The details for the ship is here, and that's a live link, so you can actually click there and get more details. Destination is Bahamas. That's a live link, so you can click there too. The cost is $859. You add the non-commissionable fare, which is that $119. Okay. Now, where I went wrong is I didn't add everything up. So after I confirm my bookings, I still call Carnival to make sure that all of the proper funds are counted. Like I go from stateroom to stateroom. Let me know what the bottom line cost is for this. What's the bottom line cost for this? And then I ask how much the transfers are, because you can purchase transfers as well. Add that in so that your clients have access to that. But you can do this yourself the way that I just did it. Or you can call Carnival, they will put it together for you and they will email you the actual quote, which makes it easier for you too. You can also do it one cabin at a time by clicking on individual instead of group. Okay. Did you understand what we just did?
Yes, thank you very much.
You are welcome, dear. All right, what you got, Mo?
The last one is Autumn with her hand raised.
She was eating
All right, you said it is, she said Autumn? You said Autumn?
Yes, Autumn.
All
And
right,
I asked her to unmute.
looks like she is.
Hi,
Hi, Autumn, how are you, dear?
I'm good. I had two questions, but if you only have time for one, that's fine.
Okay, what are we doing?
So I'm a new agent. I just started yesterday, so all this is kind of new to me.
Welcome, welcome,
Welcome.
family,
Thank
welcome.
you. So I brought it to my cousin's attention yesterday about me starting this and getting joined in the business. And so she mentioned Disney. So she said that she wanted to take my younger cousin to Disney and everything, but she was saying about, like her finance issues and everything about it being kind of expensive. So I was trying to see if there's any way that I could just to see it for myself, like how I could either have set up a quote for her or just try to present it to her in some type of way. Or I also talked to my mentor and she said that there's because I was asking about a payment plan, and so she said there's a $200 deposit and then you can pay installments after that. So I was just trying to see if how would I look at that, or anything like that. And then also she said that she might want to do it after my cousin's senior year is over, so that would be probably next year. So
Okay, so give me a date next year. You said after the senior year is over. So
yeah, so
let's
maybe
look at May or June? June,
yeah,
maybe?
I would say June.
Okay, what city are they departing from?
They're in Logan, West Virginia, but they will have to probably go to Charleston, West Virginia, because they live in a very, very small type of country and they don't really have big airports and everything. So they would probably either have to go to Charleston, West Virginia or Huntington, West Virginia.
Okay, let's do Charleston. And we're
Okay.
going to Orlando. Tell me how many people will be going?
It would be her. I would say about 5.
Okay, how many are adults? How many are children?
No, 4. Yeah, 4. 2 adults, 2 children.
How old are the children?
One is about to be 17. About to be 18. And the other one, I think he's about 9 or 10.
Okay, so
Yeah.
3 of them are adults because the children stop at 17.
Oh, okay.
The other one is 9. All right. Okay, so let's look at dates for next June. And let's just pick the 5th. And let's say we're going to stay 4 nights.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm always adding travel protection, literally always. Okay. It's thinking. And when you guys are qualifying your client, if you happen to be on the phone with them, always take notes. When they say things, write them down. All right, so here we go. You can always click outbound flights to find different flights. I'm going to leave it as what it is just for the sake of time.
Mhm.
I'm going to change this to lowest to highest so that we get the less expensive first.
Mhm.
Okay. I would want them to have a good time, so I'm checking 3, 4, and 5-star resorts. I'm not checking 2-star resorts. I wouldn't stay in one, so I wouldn't send them to one. Okay. Again, just like I showed you guys for pairs, you're going to go through these, okay? So that you can see what the hotel or what the resort is like. For those of you who want vacation homes, you can actually find vacation homes and timeshare properties right in here. They're located here. See, this is a condominium style hotel. But if you look a little deeper, you can find vacation villas right here. You keep looking, you will run into vacation homes. So it's not just hotels. You have to keep looking, okay? So let me go back to the top of this and we're gonna choose, let's choose the Holiday Inn and Suites across from Universal Orlando, okay? And I'm saying, I'm particularly choosing them because of what the cost is and because they're right across from Universal Studios, so they probably won't need to rent a car, okay? So again, I'm gonna pick the first options of flights just for the sake of time. Okay, so we have our flights, we have our resort, and then look here, free transportation. So we're already saving the money. Now, for those of you who are a little apprehensive about selling Disney, this is the type of thing that you look for to be able to add value to what you're selling. Most Holiday Inns have free breakfast anyway, right? So you're saving in money for the first meal of the day. They have free transportation. It includes a coupon book. They can save money on the Universal tickets. And then there are resort inclusions. All right, so we're gonna go here to features to add our tickets because you can sell the Disney tickets right here and Universal too. And if you want to streamline it a little more, you can choose here. You want to sell the Disney tickets and you only want to look at the Disney tickets, click Walt Disney World and it will show it here. Here's the theme park base ticket. Here's the theme park ticket with the water and sports option. We've got the theme park ticket with the park hopper option, meaning that you can hop around to the different Disney parks. Then we've got the Disney theme park ticket with the park hopper plus option. And to find out what that means, click here and it will explain to you the difference in the tickets. If you notice here, this is a live link and it says reservation availability calendar. You always want to click here first before you select your date because you want to make sure that the park is not booked solid for that day because they do, okay? So for the sake of this, we're going to choose June 6th. We've got 3 adult tickets, 1 child ticket, and this will automatically filter for you. The adult age is from 10 to 100. The child age is from 3 to 9. So it automatically prices it for you. We add them to the cart. All right, let me close these features down so that I have a clean screen. Okay. So again, you want to know how much you're going to get paid. So click booking administration. Your commission is 80% of 280.60. Remember, you get paid 80% of the commission. Okay. So that's what you'll be getting paid. And in order to send this to the client, you always want to save your itinerary. So you click here, save and name it, just like we had Karen to do earlier, okay? And then you email this and you always email it to yourself first. Put a personal statement here. Name your quote, Orlando vacation, Disney World vacation. Everything that we discussed is all listed here. There's your hotel, and this is a live link. So when they click here, they'll be able to see the hotel, okay? The other details that we talked about are here, so they get to see the value too, includes a coupon book. Guests will receive a free coupon book with up to $150 in savings at Universal Resorts. Important information, redemption information will be provided upon check-in. Free transportation. Guests will receive complimentary scheduled transportation to Universal and SeaWorld. And it gives you all of that information here. Transportation to Disney is available for $14 round trip. Kids 8 and under are free. Then it gives you other detailed information here. There's your ticket information there. And your travel insurance. Now, let's go back up because you said one of the concerns was that Disney is expensive, right? So for this, because this is the air. Now I know somebody said, well, you can put $200 down. Yes, you can. That's if it's the land portion only. But we are securing flights, okay? So what I would do when shopping this around to a client, I would divide that $1,262.46 by 3 people and tell them what it is per person. People like the smaller numbers, okay? So you tell her it is X amount of dollars per person, which is due as soon as possible. Prices are subject to change. Prices are not guaranteed until a deposit has been rendered and processed, okay? The rest of the payment is due in full April 21st, 2023. So that gives her time to pay it off. And to show more value, I would divide that cost up by the months. And I would tell her, this is how much you want to pay per month in order to break this price down so that you don't have a large balance at the end. That gives them flights, that gives them a hotel, that gives them trip insurance, and 2-day Disney tickets. And then all of the other inclusions. How you move past the sticker shock is by selling the value. These are Delta flights. So when somebody says, whoa, $4,000, that's a lot of money. Well, you're flying on one of the best airlines. That's Delta. You have one connection in Atlanta, and Delta, their hub, one of the major hubs is in Atlanta. And their on-time flights are through the roof right now. So that's one of the safest places for them to connect. And then they go straight from Atlanta to Orlando. Okay. And then I would tell them all of these inclusions. This is all of the information that you get. For those of you who are emailing the quotes and then not following up to go through the quote to explain, this is probably why you're getting ghosted if you are. Send the quote to the client, ask them to confirm that they received it, and then schedule a time to talk to them to review it, because people will just go to the cost and looking at the bottom line. You want to be able to communicate to them the value of what you're proposing to them. 9 times out of 10, if you can show them, hey, listen, for that $4,000, you're getting these tickets, you're getting round trip air on Delta, you're getting this Holiday Inn room, and it has free breakfast, and it's got free transportation, you're getting this coupon book, and you break down the value, then more often than not, you'll be able to secure the booking. And then you let them know, well, your deposit is only, remember I told you guys earlier, the verbiage is important, is only, and I would give them the cost per person. I would not tell them it's $1,262.46. I would tell them the cost per person. And even when it comes to this balance of how much it is for the entire trip, I will still divide that and tell them what it is per person, which is listed here. This vacation package is $1,052.56 per person, which includes round trip air, a hotel stay, which is near Universal. It's literally across from Universal, and a 2-day Disney theme park ticket along with travel protection. So your vacation is protected. That is how I would sell it. Now, I would also compare it to what you can find on the Disney website for travel agents, but that's something that I would let you do. If the client is still complaining about the costs, I would take the air away and I would only sell the resort and the tickets and let them worry about the air. Some people may decide to drive. Those are your choices, but you have some options. Your main thing is to overcome a no. If they say this is too expensive, you take away some things to turn it into a yes. Okay, well, let me take the air out because you may be able to find something else, and then send them the updated quote for just the room and the tickets. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's going to be a lot because you're brand new. You're brand new. So what you can also do is to contact, you probably don't even have your login for Vax yet. But make sure that you go through the quick start process with your sponsor so that they can show you your back office and request.
Yeah, I've already did all that.
You did that, good.
Yeah.
Now, did you request your login for the travel agent website for Disney?
No, not yet.
Make sure you do that too and talk with your sponsor so they can walk you through that. So,
Okay. Mhm.
all right, well, welcome again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys, it is 9:27. So we can get this done by 9:30. Brooke is already laying over here on my couch. We don't have to worry about her. She's out. So I'll give you guys to 9:30. So I got one more question. We'll do one more, okay? All right.
There's no more hands that are raised.
I see one. We've got Vicky said me. Let's do. We got maybe one or two more. I see Deborah has a question. Vicky has a question. Rock, you got a question too? I'll stick around. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I'm not gonna leave you. You've been with me the whole time. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. Okay, Vicky, let's do you first, and then we're gonna do I see Deborah, and then we'll do Raquel. All right, Vicky.
Hi,
Hello, my dear.
I'm a new agent, and actually I haven't made my first booking only because I'm stuck.
Okay,
I'm
let's
trying
get you
to-
stuck.
I'm trying to do a group trip for the Mother's Day weekend.
Okay.
So that's I believe that's the 12th through the 15th, or either that Thursday before, which will be the 11th through the 15th, come back on a Monday. And we're going to New York City.
Okay.
And right now, I just want listening to you is big help with the airfare thing. Let them do it because we're coming from multiple destinations.
Okay.
So I'm just looking for a hotel.
Okay.
And I like it near the theater district because we do want to go see at least one play.
Okay.
And maybe to include one excursion, which would be a city tour or a city, something to that effect.
Okay, so tell me this, do you have your login for Vax yet?
Yes.
Okay,
I did.
as long as you got it, you'll be able to reproduce what I'm about to show you.
Okay.
All right, let's go into Vax. And again, I'm going to zip through so that we're not leaving anybody out. All right, so we've already made it simple because we are doing hotel only. All right, now that doesn't mean that there won't be excursions. That just means that we're not doing air. Okay,
Right.
So we are going to New York, and we are looking for Mother's Day. So you said we can travel the 11th.
Yeah, we can go either the 11th or the 12th.
Okay,
11th is on a Thursday. I think that's a better travel day.
I believe that as well.
And coming back on a Monday.
On a Monday, okay. How many adults are going?
Right now, see, that's the next question. I don't know exactly how many. I know there's going to be like 4 rooms for sure, but I believe there's going to be a lot more because I'm putting it out there and I have lots of friends.
Okay, so this is what I would do first. There are going to be 2 parts to this, okay?
Okay.
The first thing that I would do is one, assume that there are going to be at least 2 people per room, okay? So I'm going to do a basic quote for 2 people in the room, and then I'm going to show you how to make that a group, okay? So let's do 2 adults. We've got our trip protection on, and let's hit search. And I'm in FunJet. FunJet is not my favorite vendor because a lot of people ask me, it's not my favorite. It is not my first go-to. I just know that for a lot of new agents, Vax seems to be the go-to. So I want to show you how to use it and how to become familiar with it. We do have other vendors like Pleasant Holidays. That's one of our preferred vendors. We have Classic Vacations. That's another one that you can use. And then a lot of people use Expedia Tap, which I don't, but a lot of people do. Okay.
Yeah, and I was looking at the Times Square area because I believe that's where the theater district is in that area.
Well, we've got a nice review that is
Yeah,
right
I saw
there.
that.
So now if you want to filter this to end up where you said, we've got points of interest right here. See it?
Okay. Yes, good.
Say you want to be near the Broadway theaters.
Yes.
So we're going to click that. And then we are going to refilter this so that it gives us the lowest to the highest. And then we want 3, 4, and 5. I personally would not select 3.
No,
for
don't
my
do 3.
area. Yeah, I've been to New York a few times. I wouldn't stay in a 3-star hotel. And I wouldn't send my clients to one either. So if there are any other amenities that you need, they don't have any with a free airport shuttle. They do have 4 with a free breakfast. If that's something that you
Let's
want.
try that one. Yes.
Free breakfast.
Yes. And
All right, so we've got the Millennium Premier, we've got Hotel 57, we've got the Iroquois, and we've got Hotel Giraffe by Library Hotel Collection. So
okay.
let's look
try.
here. Well, you
Yeah.
said you wanted Times Square, so this is near Rockefeller Center.
Oh, okay.
So,
And then you have, so we can try that one and the Millennium.
all right, so let's look here first to see what we can see. All right, definitely look at the pictures. This one looks like it's more like a homey, almost looks like an Airbnb, and it's very few pictures. So it says that you'll be within a 4-minute walk from Fifth Avenue and 7 minutes by foot from Central Park. It's a 4-star hotel and it's 0.7 miles from Rockefeller Center, 0.9 from Grand Central Terminal. Okay, then it gives you some other details about what the rooms are like. A complimentary continental breakfast is served between 7 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. That's good to know.
Oh, that sure is a long time.
Amenities, right, because breakfast is usually from 7 to 9, and that's it. They've got other details here about what the amenities are and then what rooms they have available. Okay,
So it'll be double rooms.
all right.
All right.
So you got 2 double beds, superior free breakfast right there.
Yes.
All right, so that's one of them. The
Then we
other,
could add 1 king too,
you definitely could.
because you never know, somebody might go single, but I'm thinking, maybe like mother-daughter weekend or whatever. But
And
okay.
then you can always come back in and do a quote with the double beds, right?
Yes. Right.
So this is for the Millennium Premier New York in Times Square. Again, always look at the pictures,
Now we're starting the reviews.
all right, to see what they have available, to see where it is. That's what the exterior looks like,
5-minute walk.
all right? So then it tells you here, you'll be centrally located in New York within a 5-minute walk of Times Square and Broadway. This is a 4-star hotel, which is 0.5 miles from Rockefeller Center and 5.5 miles from Grand Central Terminal. It tells you that they have air conditioner, flat screen TVs, private bathrooms with shower feature, complimentary toiletries, and hair dryers. They have safes and desks, and housekeeping is provided daily. That's important. When I travel, I do need housekeeping daily.
Yes.
They tell you what else that they have. They do have a complimentary on-the-go breakfast that is served daily between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. They have a 24-hour business center, express check-in, and express check-out. All right, here's the amenities. They have dry cleaning. So let's say if you all are going to a Broadway show and you bring your formal wear and your dress needs to be steamed, they have dry cleaning.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Here's the information on the different rooms that they have available. All right. And then again, if I didn't say it before, let me say it now. Read the reviews.
Okay.
Read the reviews. Okay. So let's say you are going to choose this one. All right, let's select it. We're going to take just the first one that's available just for the sake of this. Okay. We've got the travel protection that is already there. And we are going to see what excursions we can add, and they don't have any here. So what do? Do we give up? No. How many of you guys are familiar with Viator?
Oh, yes. That's what I used when I went to DC. Okay.
All right. So you go to Viator. All right, vote. I'm a real person. Let me in. All right, so we want, thank you, New York. All right, so if we can filter, let us filter. For operator, safety, New York tours, arts and culture, shows and performances. Your shows there, different types of shows. All right. And you said you wanted to do a city tour?
Yes,
All right, so let's look at the tours.
that's what I would probably include in here. We do the other theater. and do it separate. Okay.
We've got
Okay,
New York,
guided tour, let's see. New
99
York,
bucks.
Staten Island, yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
So then you have New York Statue of Liberty, Super Express, that's.
Mhm. This big bus tour, I literally do this in every major epicenter. And the
Really?
for my own travel. And the reason I've done it in Paris, I've done it in London, I've done it in New York, and I've done it in DC. The reason why I make sure that I do the big bus tour is because they have on and off privileges. So you can get off, take pictures, catch the next one. And you're not just pigeonholed to just doing one thing. And it usually takes you around to let you see all of the major things in the city. If it's hot outside, you can actually sit on the top. I did this when I did my solo trip in Paris and loved it. I got to see the Eiffel Tower. I went to the Louvre. I saw all of their museums doing the big bus on and off. They also have an app that you can see the times that you can be picked up from the station. So you can literally plan your attack, how long you want to be here, other things. Let's say if you are taking this tour and you want to stop and get something to eat. You can get off, you can take pictures, you can get something to eat, and you can look on the app to see when you can get back on. So this is something that I would sell to clients, one, because I've done it myself, and two, because it is so easy to do. They do have a mobile ticket. Like, I love this big bus tour, and it gives you all of the details right in here, tells you how much it costs, and you can click this link and send it to yourself and then share it with everybody else that's going, or just to put the link inside the proposal that you're doing.
Oh, okay, and they can book it themselves if they choose to.
They absolutely can.
I love that.
Absolutely can. So
I
you
love
can
that.
find anything else that you want to see. They've got their Circle Line, New York City Harbor tour. They've got the 9/11 memorial if you want to see that. It's loads of stuff. They even have the carriage rides. You can book those, so you don't just have to wait to walk up to, cash in hand and book it then. You can actually do that then, ahead of time. Lots of stuff. New York dinner cruise, which I think will be super cool if it's a group of people. Lots of different things that you can do, but I would use Viator. Now, if you're putting together a package, I just did this for that first package that I showed you guys that I did for the Usher tour, because you can't buy those tickets on a payment plan, right? So when it comes to deposit time, when they want to know how much the deposit is. So I'm switching gears. I'm going back to this particular, the land portion with the insurance, okay? So I would take this amount, and remember that's divided by 2. Okay, so that $199 divided by 2, and then I would go to Viator, and I would add in the cost, the full cost for
the York. Okay.
So that would be my deposit amount, whatever VAX is asking for, plus the amount of the excursion, and that is what I would put in the package. Got it? So it'll be this, the full amount of this. So let's do real numbers. So $99. And we're going to do the $199.98. $199.98 divided by 2, which is $99.99. Okay. So I would tell them the deposit is $200 per person. And then I would put the $100 down here. And then I would go to Viator to process. Yep.
See, that's what I was confused. If everything had to be together, we had to present everything at, well, we present everything at once, but
Mhm.
did one place do it all? That was my issue.
Yes and no. Vax isn't, but.
That's
let me-
okay.
other place.
This is the way you showed me. Am I going off again?
So now if you're a new agent, you probably won't have access to Delta Vacations for a while.
Okay.
Please don't make me reset my password. Okay, I can't get in there because I'm gonna have to
Don't
reset
worry
my
about it.
password. However, you can check with the other, wait a minute, there's one option, hold on. All right, let me log into Pleasant because some vendors may have the excursions that you can add. I know since COVID happened, a lot of things have been taken away. So let's just do. Oops. All right, let's look for the dates again. Now I'm in Pleasant Holidays, guys. I'm in Pleasant Holidays. And if you want to find them, you can find them in a travel cafe, but you can also Google Pleasant Holidays for travel agents. We're doing the 11th through the 15th. We're just going to do 2 adults for now. And I'm really just going through the motions because I want to see what excursions they're going to offer, if they're going to offer anything. And again, you can always call the vendor too. Let's just choose this. Let's just choose this one for the sake of this. I'm going to choose the first room. They do allow you to select your bedding preferences, even though it's just a preference. I really want to see if they're going to allow us to add. Yes. So you can add your trip protection here. You can also add your ground transportation here. So that is the, even though you're not booking, or did we select the air? No. Even though we're not booking the air with them, you can still add on your airport transfers there. And then here are some of the excursions that they're offering. The hop on and off, which is that big bus that we just did, the big red bus.
Oh, okay.
They offer that here. Okay. And it looks like that is the only thing that they're offering is the tour. Okay, is that the big red bus tour? They're only offering it here. So it's looking like you might do better doing the excursions with Viator.
Yes.
And then putting them into the package. Did you get to see the when I open Microsoft Word to show you what the templates are?
Yes, I saw that.
So literally what I do is copy and paste the information and I put it in a template and I present it to the client. You got to know ahead of time how you're going to process the payments. So make sure that you work the logistics with that and let them know.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted them to make their own deposits. You know what I mean?
So now you can do that with VAX. The only problem is the excursions. You're not going to be able to add them in with the excursions.
Oh, no. Okay.
VAX will allow you to send them a payment link.
Okay.
So that they can make their own payments. You'll be able to go into the system and send a payment link.
Okay. All right. That's what you can do that online, or do you have to call them?
No, you can do that right online.
Okay.
You can do it right in here. Hold on a second. Let me come back. Sending your clients a payment link. I promise you, if you can think of it, VAX is covering it. All you have to do is go and ask it what you need. Sending your client a payment link. It's a short video to tell you how to do it. And then it tells you here. payment request is what you're going to click.
Mhm.
And then you put in the information. They actually have a visual right here to walk you through it. It's super simple.
Okay.
Once you book them, you click payment request and you send the client the request, and it's the actual link. They click it, it's secured, they pay it, easy breezy. Now, when it comes to the Viator part, you
Mhm.
can send them the link, your own, you have your own link
Oh, yes.
right here where
Yes.
it says share with client. You just send them this and they can pay for their own excursion. Easy breezy.
Sounds
So
good.
you can still quote it all together. You can
Yes.
still put it all in one proposal,
Uh-huh.
and then you can add the details that, you know, what the excursion is going to be. And once
Mhm.
they say, okay, we want to do this, then you would send them the link for this separately, and you would
Oh,
send
okay.
them the link for Viator. It would be two different transactions,
As far as payments, yeah.
right? But they would be doing it themselves.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. Thanks.
you're welcome. Hope that was helpful.
It was.
All right, Deborah, let's cover Deborah. And then Raquel, you're next. All right, Deborah, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, what are we
How
doing?
are you? I appreciate you staying so late, and I hate that your daughter went to sleep on you.
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good. I had fed her. I had done homework with her. Her belly was full. She was happy. She went right on to sleep. It's a good thing. If you guys have home offices and you've
Yeah.
got kids, this is for everybody on the line, because people will say, oh, my kid has this, or I got to do this with my child. You make time for what you need to, right? So I did everything before I got online with you guys. And when
Yes.
Sarah was going through the announcements, I was doing the final things. I gave her CBD drops. She's got ADHD, so we don't
Okay.
do the mind altering drugs. We do the CBD drops. So she
Right.
takes those at 6 a.m. and she usually takes those, and 12 hours later, I made sure she had, that's why my camera was off. I did the drops with her then, and then we had our little talk. She colored for a little while, and then when I turned my camera off, I was saying my goodnights, but I put a futon in my office for the nights that I have to be on this floor working. I have ADHD too. So when I'm done working for the day, I have to leave the room or my brain will keep spinning. So
Right.
my office is on a whole separate floor from where my bedroom is. So when I'm done, I turn the lights off and I close my office and I go upstairs. That way my brain is like, okay, we're done for the day. Come on down.
Right.
And I'm able to power down. So you have to work whatever you have that other people think is a disability. You have to just work it like a superpower, make it work for you. So that's what I do. I do the same thing with her. When she was done, I had her to go put her books up. Anything that you had, go put it up now. Now it's time to relax and come on down. So I had her favorite blanket. She laid out on the couch. I looked back over at her. She's out like a light. So when we get done, we will transfer.
You got it under control, lady.
You got to. You absolutely have to. You figure out what works for you so that you're not using things that you're supposed to be bettering yourself for. You're not using those things to keep you at the same level you're already at. So I can't say I can't do these things because I have Brooke. I have to figure out a way to get it done so that I can give her the lifestyle that she deserves to have. Right?
Right.
So I make it work. I make my surroundings comfortable so that I can move within those things. Just make it work for you. That's all you have to do. You can do it. You just have to figure out how to do it. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense to me.
Get it done. I can get it done.
My children are gone, so I'm trying to make this evolution travel work for me.
It definitely can. I've been doing this with this company since December of 2015. And I quit my job. I don't know if I told you guys, I know some people on the line that know me, some that don't, but I'm a licensed social worker still. And I'm licensed to practice in Michigan. And I'm also licensed to practice in Hawaii. So I left my job with the Department of Human Services in Hawaii in February of 16. I started in December of 15. I quit in February of 16 because I was out earning my full-time job with my part-time business. So my husband said, okay, you working when you come home from work, We were two ships passing in the night because I worked days, he worked nights. And then
Wow.
Brooke had a speech delay. So I was missing all of her appointments. And then I was earning more money as something that I could stay at home for. It was a no-brainer. So I resigned. Of course, I had to explain myself to my mother and my father, like, why you went to college for all of this and you still owe Sally Mae and now you want to be a travel agent. I had to explain it. And then I had to show them, hey, listen, you didn't waste money on my degree. Let me show you, because I'm literally using my social working skills every day with managing clients, with managing you guys. I use them every day. So I'm still glad I got the education that I got, and I'm keeping my licensing. And now I'm in law school and Evo is paying for it. Evo is paying for it. So yes, this can be your full-time thing, and you can earn what you choose to earn. So the plaques with the records, those are from team buildings, but those other ones, those are from booking. So if you take it seriously, it will pay you seriously. You take all of this that we're doing right now and just practice. That's all. You just practice. When you got downtime, turn the TV off and log into a vendor. Come up with what we're doing. Right now, you guys are giving me real scenarios, but make up some. 2 people going to New York City from whatever, make up a scenario, write it down, and then go into the vendor and work it out and just click. That's how you get better. It's just like anything else, like any sport. You just have to practice it. So tell me what we're working on. What are we going to book?
Well, first of all, we're working on me trying to stay with this company.
Let's figure out a way that we can have you booking so that you're
Yes.
bringing in money every month.
Yes, I need to be booking rather than spending money out. But my scenario is my very first booking, potential booking, it was for a group of 15. It was a group booking. They were going to Dubai.
Easy. Okay.
Oh, it wasn't so easy. Trust me. I end up on the phone every day with Jose. Like to drove him crazy. We're on first name basis.
We are too, but not for good reasons. Jose says that I'm aggressive.
I don't think we are for good reasons either.
I just don't take no junk. So it just is what it is. Okay, so we're going to Dubai. When are we going?
The trip is for January 12th through January 18th of 2023. Now, my thing is that the client had booked with, I think, on Dubai's website. And because because she got an itinerary with them, a booking with them, they did not give her itinerary because she wanted me to do a price match. Yeah. So when
He doesn't have any type of itinerary?
No.
Lord, and she didn't pay her money?
No, they haven't paid anything yet.
Okay.
They haven't paid anything yet.
And you said it's with what website?
Dubai.
Hold on.
And then I was told that we don't book with Dubai.
Yeah, because I've never heard of them. So let's see what we're doing. Is it Visit Dubai? Is it this one?
DXB.
And you said the website is just called Dubai?
Yeah.
Wonder is it this? Okay. We don't have the information that we need. We can't do. What price did she give you?
Oh, I don't have it right here.
Okay.
But let me, if I speculate, I want to say it was $5,680, somewhere around there. And then the booking price that I came up with was a little bit higher.
Tell me what was included. Let me stop sharing this. Let me get the rest of the information that I need. What was it? That $5,680, is that per person?
That was per person, yes.
Okay, tell me
Five-star
what it included.
hotel. I'm sorry.
Tell me what all it included.
That was just it. It was nonstop. 5-star hotel, land and air. I think it was with insurance. I was told I could do 4 rooms, up to 8 passengers.
Okay, hold on. Let me slow you down a little bit. So that's including the flights?
No, that's just, yeah, that's land and air. I'm sorry.
Okay, so did they give you any information on who the airline was? Which airline it was?
I think ALG. I don't remember. I don't have it right here.
Okay, so
Just was kind of confused as to, not being able to find, what do you do when you can't find a booking, or when you can't get, the booking for a certain area, let's say like Dubai.
okay, so let me clean it up for you, because
Okay.
you're confusing yourself first. Okay, so since the client can't give you something actual that you can actually look at, get as much information as you can get from them. What I would need to know is, okay, you got that $5,000 price. I wouldn't even go looking until I get the other information. Tell me what airline that was. These are the questions that I would ask them. Tell me what airline that was, right? Because they should be able to tell you that. I would need to know the airline. I would want to know the specific resort, because when they say 5-star resort or 4-star resort, it's a whole lot of different options. So I would want to know the specific resort so that I can actually match it apples to apples by me going in and doing it manually. Okay. I would want to know, is it an excursion included? If it is, tell me which excursion. Don't overwork yourself. Qualify the client. Ask them, okay, you can't send me this, but I need to know these things.
Right.
Refer them back to whatever they had and have them to dictate it to you, and you write it down before you go search anything, because you will drive yourself crazy. Okay. Now, and you said this was including the air, and what you found was a little more, and you looked in ALG, so that was inside bags. Did I understand you correctly?
Correct.
Okay, so let's go into where you were, but let me first say that I would not go looking until I had that information, because you don't know what you're matching.
Exactly.
Okay, so I would have them, if they ask me for a price match, I would ask them for the details. Okay, you give me the flights, what airline is that on? And even once they tell you the airline, ask them which flights, because they could have a 10-hour layover. You need to know which flights. Ask them to give you the flight numbers. So you are literally comparing apples to apples. Okay. So let's look. The very first thing that we're going to do before we go into any vendor website is get some, what my husband calls recon. We're going to do a little recon. So first we need to know what airline flies to Dubai. All right. We don't want to know about cheap flights and all of that, because again, they could probably have 3 connections and 10-hour layovers. So we do see that Turkish, Air France, Delta, KLM is in the Delta family. There are also some other airlines, American, United. Okay, so we know when we go into VAX, let's go to FunJet first. I personally, for job security, will go to United first. My husband works for United Airlines, so for job security, I would go to United Vacations. But let's check FunJet first, because if this is going to be, did I hear you say this was a group?
Yes.
So we can actually request a promo code, but let's find and that's something else I wanted to tell the last lady that I was helping. There was a part of it that we didn't get to. once your travel companions decide that that is the hotel that you want to use, we can request a promo code so that you get a certain percentage off, but you have to have at least 5 rooms to do that. And I'm going to show you, both of you guys, this at the same time. All right, so where are you guys departing from?
And see, that's it. I want to say 7 was departing from Texas, then 2 were departing from Chicago, 2 were departing from Michigan.
So here's the thing with that one price that they gave you, we would need to know which departure city that was covering, because it's not going to be the same price unless they're all leaving from one airport. Now, what you can do, because what I would do with this group, if everybody wanted to fly together, is I would quote them all going from O'Hare and let them get their flight to Chicago, because you can do group rates if there are 10 or more people leaving from the same departure city. So this is just me, how I would book it. Instead of me going crazy trying to find the different, because you'll do 5 or 6 quotes. I would quote them from O'Hare. If they're coming from Michigan, whether it's Lansing, Detroit, Saginaw, more than likely they're going to connect in Chicago in O'Hare. If they're coming from Houston, DFW, they can connect in Chicago too. So they can actually get their flights to the gateway, which will be O'Hare. And your quote, in order to give them all the same price, it would have to be from the same city of origin. So we're going to have them to depart from Chicago O'Hare, which is ORD. And we are going to Dubai. All right, so you said that there are 15 people going?
15 people, yes.
All right, so we are going to do a quote for just 2 people first, okay? And our dates are June 12th through the 18th?
January.
January, okay. Oh, it does say January. And Lord, okay. So January 12th through the 18th?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to help you guys pull back some of these layers, because sometimes you confuse yourself and it makes it easier for you to give up when you don't understand. So I want you to get all of the pertinent information that you need to make it easier for you. Okay. You want to make it easier for you, not take shortcuts, but to streamline your process. Get all of the pertinent information so that you're not on a wild goose chase. All right. So we're adding in the trip insurance and we are going to search. Okay, and Raquel, you'll be my last one. All right, here we go. Again, remember I said, always read what's in red. This price does not include a hotel for the first vacation night, since the current flight selection includes an overnight flight or crosses the international date line. If you guys don't know what the international date line is, don't be embarrassed. Look it up and write it down, because these are things that you're going to need to know when you're booking international flights, okay? Again, read everything in red, because this is the information that they're talking about. So they're going to depart from Chicago at 5:25 p.m. and they will go, they're going to connect in
They
Paris
wanted non-stop flights.
from,
Oh,
no, Lord, wait a minute, to Dubai? That's probably not going to happen. Hold on.
they wanted non-flights, non-stop, I'm sorry.
Probably not going to happen.
I don't know about the other destinations, but I know that we could do a non-stop from Texas,
What part of Texas and on what airline?
from DFW.
You can fly directly to Dubai. Did you guys see what I just did? To go and find it, I asked Google. And then I
Yeah.
clicked here where it says, what cities have nonstop flights to Dubai? I would not want to be on a nonstop flight to Dubai. That's just me. And I'm a person that used to fly from Oahu to Detroit on a regular basis. And that flight is ridiculous. I get a little stir crazy. So the nonstop flights, oh, they do have one from O'Hare. From Boston, from Chicago, from Dallas, from Houston. I should have known Houston because that's a major gateway to airlines.
Mhm.
From LAX, that's a major gateway for 3 airlines. From Miami, from JFK, from Orlando, and it says more. I don't know if it's going to be more than that. From SeaTac in Seattle, San Francisco, Orlando, and Washington Dulles. I should have known that too. Again, don't expect to know everything. Just know how to go find it. So direct flights scheduled to Dubai from the US. If we are talking about O'Hare, they would have to fly on Emirates. And it's a 14 hour, no way I would want to be on a flight for 14 hours. I'm telling you, I used to do it from Oahu. From Oahu to Newark was 11 and a half hours, and I would be fit to be tied by the time I got off. So I would break it up. It was just too long to be on one. From Dallas, it's a 15-hour flight. Houston, it's a 15-hour flight. And they give you all from LAX is 16 hours. So it gives you the times here. So I don't think we have access to, or we can send everybody from DFW too, since we know it does that. But again, that is Emirates. I don't think that we have access. EcoSaver, who is the Emirates? We do. See? I don't know if you guys saw me because I do tend to click around a little fast. Filters. Right here, it asks you if you want a nonstop flight, 1 stop or 2 stops. I did nonstop. You can also choose the airline right here. All right. So we do have the EcoSaver. We got the nonstop flight from Chicago to Dubai. We could choose this just for the sake of time. Let's see if we can do that return for a nonstop too. The returns get a little tricky. I've noticed that with booking Dubai. This seems to be a hot spot right now. For those of you who are Ryu fans, they do have Ryu in Dubai. They have most of the major brands in international destinations. Now tell me this, when you were looking, what hotel or resort did you select?
She wanted a 5-star hotel only.
Okay. All right. So we do have, all of these are 5 stars and we're really under budget. So let's see what they're looking like. Oh, they show you that they're, look, we're cleaning. I love it. I love to see it. Oh, it's got a rooftop pool, exercise facility. They've got daycare. Look, we're cleaning again. Come visit us. We're cleaning.
And they
That's
have
good
the
to
mask
know.
on.
That's good to know. Okay, it's near transportation. So let's see what they say. A stay at Avani places you in the heart of Dubai. It's a 5-minute drive from Hamarian Center and 5 minutes from I messed that all up. This is 5-star. This 5-star hotel is 2 miles, 3.1 kilometers from Dubai Creek. Tells you about the rooms, dining, stop by the restaurants, hotel. They do have one there. It's called Jigsaw. They have lunch, dinner, and brunch. Dining is also available at the coffee shop, so they have a different option. And they do have 24-hour room service, which is provided. Then they've got the amenities here. And the information on the rooms here. Hold on one second. Let me let my husband know I'm alive. Yep, he needed proof of life, so I let him know I'm okay. So they tell you what kind of rooms they have here. They do have free Wi-Fi, which is good to know because you're out of the country.
Yeah,
And
with 2 per room, they would need 2 beds, so that one wouldn't work.
wouldn't work. Okay, so
No,
let's check.
no, keep going down,
Okay, where you want to go? Tell me what you want to look at.
keep going
Campus,
down.
Dallas. Want to check the Hyatt? Oh, Jamar, there's a.
No, go down, go down.
Tell me where we're going. We're still under budget.
I think it was the Paramount that they wanted to stay in. The
Okay.
Paramount, you just pass it. Yeah.
Which one? Midtown or
Midtown.
Midtown? I told you I love to use the filters. I show everybody what it looks like. Yeah, kind of looks like New York City, doesn't it? See out the window? Looks like New York. Oh, I love a good garden tub. All right. Let me tell you where it is, what it's nearby. They have complimentary wireless internet. That's a plus. It looks like they do have, they include 4 restaurants and a coffee shop. Continental breakfasts are served weekdays. That's good to know. Amenities, rooms, okay. Scene coastal. Which rooms were they looking at? These 2 twin beds.
2
Those are
twin
not
beds would
available.
be fine.
Not available. They've got the family scene.
The 2 twins weren't available. Okay.
Nope, not available. These scene coastal rooms, do we know for a fact that they only have 1 bed? Because that's something that I would dig a little deeper into. What's it called? Paramount?
Midtown.
There it is. Because sometimes inside our vendor websites, they might not have as much detail as the actual website for the resort. Oh, this is like Paramount, the movies. Okay. I'm trying to click on rooms and suites and it won't let me. And this moving screen is messing with my dots. All right, rooms and suites. So you all, I went to the actual website for the resort or for the hotel so that I can actually see what those rooms look like. In our vendor inside VAX, it only told us the name of the room. It didn't tell us what was going to be inside it. So I wanted to go here so I can actually see. All right, so the Sea Room Coastal, this was one of the ones. It looks like it's got 1 bed. I think that's a mirror. So 1 bed. Sea Room City View. This looks like it's got 1 bed. It says 2 adults. Family Scene has 4 adults, room for 4 adults and 2 children. Scene Room Duet. Was that one of the options?
Yeah, that was the one with the 2 twin beds.
This one, Scene Room Duet. Now, if we didn't go and look in this other place, we probably wouldn't know that because you can't click there and see it because it doesn't say it. It just says Scene Room Duet. You can assume that it's 2, but how would you really know? So
Well, what I did was I selected, and then once I selected, it let me see the rooms.
it did.
And Scene Room Duet.
Oops, wrong one. Hold on. Let me choose a different room. I think I chose the Sea Coastal. Yep, I did Scene Coastal. Let me go back and change it. Hold on. Maxine. Do it. This one or this one?
That one, yes, 8789.
Okay. Okay, so where did it let you see the picture?
When I clicked on the hotel, it showed the amenities in the rooms.
Yeah, it's not allowing me to see the actual pictures of the room though. See up here, it just gives me general, but when I click here, it's not, it doesn't let me see anything other than these.
Click on the details. I was able to see that it was 2 twin beds in there. On the hotel amenities.
Mhm. Nope. However,
I don't see it on there.
no, I don't
Anyway.
see it on there either, but we can see it on their actual website, which is what I would have done anyway, gone to their website to be able to see it. So just to kind of to show the other people on the line, you don't have to get stomped in one place or give up because you don't see it. This is an option. Now, I wouldn't book it directly with the Paramount Hotel website because I don't get a commission that way, but I would come over here and use their information. So we do see the scene room duet, 2 adults, 2 twin beds, marble bathrooms. It's got all that information here, right?
I'm glad you showed me how to do that.
I work
That's
smart,
very helpful.
not hard. I try to keep myself from getting a headache. So we can see now, let's see if we have airport transfers. Because if you can offer the transfers, you want to. We don't have it in here, but we may be able to find it on Viator. All right, let's see. They have loads of stuff to do. Travel and transportation services. Make sure that you sell them a transfer so that they can get to where they're going. And read through these to see what would be the most best applicable to what your clients are trying to do. So they have the round trip transfers, private minivan to Dubai. They've got Dubai private arrival airport transfer to any of the hotels. Private airport transfer from and to the Dubai airport. This is the one that I would sell.
And that's for how many passengers?
Up to 3
Up to
in
3,
one.
okay.
So you're going to need multiple cars. It's for a group. So you would sell multiple cars, but I would actually share this link with them so that they can see what I'm offering. Okay. Now you said you got this far. Tell me what was the holdup, because here you're actually under budget.
What was that? Well, one thing, there was no availability for the hotel that they wanted, and that was the only hotel that she wanted to stay at.
Okay, well, it's available. It's in here. So you can definitely.
It's available now. It wasn't available when I was trying to book it for her.
When did you look? When was the last time you looked?
It's been over 30 days.
And let me ask you this too. When you were looking, were you looking for all of them at one time?
That was one of the options because I told her that they could all come to Fort Worth and leave out of Fort Worth.
That you probably won't see that many people, like see availability for that many people, because vendors have, they're considered to be wholesalers. So they don't have access to the entire inventory for the hotel. So it probably didn't show you if you were looking for all of the people that are going. Now,
Well, I
once
tried both options because the trip is actually for my daughter for her birthday. And these are some of her ex-college friends and sorority sisters that's going. So that was one of the options. And the other options was that they could fly out of the city where they live, but they were coming back to Fort Worth to her house afterwards. So,
I would, like I said, I would send them all from a gateway. Instead of
Mhm.
trying to get them all from different cities, I would send them from one place. So if Fort Worth is the best option, you can change that from O'Hare to Fort Worth, DFW. Also, once you get this part and you save it, you can go here to suppliers, click on FundJet. You're going to click travel info and group ease. Travel info, group ease. And this is for
Okay.
the last person we were helping to. Now, what this is a flexible group. Okay. You're going to request a code. So you click here. We're doing flexible group. And then you're going to put the information here, what you're going to name the group, where they're going, what the occasion is, what the occasion date is, the departure date, the length of stay, the number of rooms that you need, and then the resort or the hotel here. You put the lead passenger's name, which will be your daughter, and any other information here, like what it's for, any other detailed information you can give them, you put it here. You click submit. They are going to email you back a promo code. You can actually call them too. You can call them and they will do it over the phone for you. Their team is available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And you only need 5 rooms to qualify for the promo code, which actually gives them a discount. Okay. It will automatically group all of those reservations together. And they will also do a booking engine for you. Let me go back so that you can see it. You have to request the promo code first. And then that's what we're doing. We're requesting the code, the promo code. And then it gives them discounts, bonus hotel discounts. You can use this for literally anything. And after you book so many, you get some type of credits for that. But here, the custom event page. It is free. They can use it 24/7. It's a code, an actual booking engine. They can click and go in and book themselves. So you got to request the promo code first. You click here. They will issue you a PO code. Now, again, if you've never done this before, you definitely want to call them so that they can walk you through the details. This part is actually free, but if you want a customized banner, it'll cost you $50. The standard banner, it's complimentary. Okay. But when you have a moment, you come back in here and you read this so that you have all of these details. And again, you can always call them here to ask them to walk you through it. You do have to request the promo code first before you can request the custom event page. And it will have details on your daughter's event, what it's about, and then details on how to book. And each person can actually book for themselves.
Yeah, when I called
With a
that
deposit.
number, I was told that being that it was Dubai, that, and I guess due to COVID, that over a certain number is flagged as a, girl, what was I gonna say? Terrorist group.
What?
Yeah, that's what, and that's why I had to call Jose back, because that's what they told me, because he said, let me know what they tell you. He gave me the number to the ALG desk, and that's what they told me. Yeah.
When all
But
else
thank
fails.
you anyway. I won't take any more of your time, but I appreciate it. You showed me
No
some
problem.
things that I'm gonna have to use later.
All right, I'm gonna give you this last one too. Contact Culture Holidays.
Okay.
Contact them directly. Now, they are actually in a different country, so I would use WhatsApp. We've had a few trainings with them before. They are super, super affordable, but you tell them the exact hotel that you want and they will put it together for you.
Okay.
And because they are already over there, they don't have to go through what a US-based company does.
Right.
So
Okay.
there's a way.
Culture
So Culture
Holidays.
Holidays.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Raquel. You hung in there. Let's get you done and then we're gonna call it a night. Don't y'all tell my husband I was on with y'all this late. If y'all ever tell on me, I'm not gonna do it again. Y'all better not tell. He works
Hey,
at.
nah, I gotta use Southwestern, so I can't do that.
All right, what are we doing, Rock?
All right, so like I said, my coach, Nicole, she has helped me a lot, but I just wanted to ask the question anyway. So I have a trip for 8. They want to go to Japan. They wanted to do, she said an Airbnb or I guess maybe a villa or something, but they want to be near Fuji. So I know where they're coming out of. I have like 4 different things that I got so far. So like I said, I just started last week, but I got like 4 different people asking me for different things. So I'm kind of like excited, but I'm like, yeah, so I'm really good. So I know they're coming out because like I said, they're right here where I'm at. So they're coming out of MCO and they are going to the airport that I seen that was in Japan was HND. That was the code.
Now, was there a reason why you picked that one and not the major airport?
When I looked at it, I did look at the Tokyo. And I guess it was price wise, because I know they said that they wanted to, at first they said they looked on their own because I asked them that question. I took all my notes when I was training, but I did ask them that question. And they said that they seen one for Air Canada and they got it for like $1,400. So I'm like,
I just want to know, was it a reason why you chose that one? It's not that it's impossible.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, but that was the one that I got because it wanted to be close to Mount Fuji, and Mount Fuji and that airport right there is closer. Because when I Googled it, because I be doing the stuff like you do. When I Googled it, that one was closer to them, because it would be an hour away from Mount Fuji. If I go to the other one, it was like almost 2 hours and 45 minutes. So I thought the shorter time because you already going over there, so it's, try to make the best of it. And I know it's from the 13th through the 27th of May of next year.
Give me the dates again.
May 13th through the 27th.
So if you've done that much research, you know what airlines fly to Haneda?
Well, I know Air Canada because they said they wanted the like the one layover. And I think the layover was like maybe an hour, hour and a half, something like that, maybe 2. But my thing was when they was asking me and they was telling me, it was like they said they found it for $1,400. Now, when I did look and I see the thing was for $1,400, but it said you had to call in and it didn't give me any kind of description. Maybe it was because I was doing it too fast or too soon or whatever. But
when you found
those flights
for $1,400, where'd you find them at?
I didn't find it. When I went and looked when I just went to my site, I just Googled, I just put in the flight and stuff and it came up that way. I did go to cheap flights and I forgot which one it was that I did. I didn't write it down, but I did find it. And it was like up top, it was like the first one was like 1,400. I mean, well, 1,400 is a little bit change over, but it said call in. Because like I said, I had did that with my mentor. I did it with her and she looked at, she was like, I don't know about that. I said, I don't know about that one either because I don't like that because they don't tell you, they don't tell you, exactly. Yeah, it don't tell you, where it's coming out. And that's why I asked them, I said, what site did you use? And they said they used, Google Travel. I said, okay, but what did it say? What did it say?
All of the details. So what I did while I was getting that information from you is I went to Google Flights. And the reason why I go to Google Flights is because once you select what you want, it'll take you to that particular airline's website. So you
Okay,
always go to
alright,
the
cool.
source just to get the information to track that down, and then we can figure out, what vendor we're gonna use and that type of thing. Now, if you're saying that they need a villa, then we may need to go the route that we went earlier to find that villa that we were looking for, Martinique. You might want to check that same option. For the air, we found it. It's here. It's right here on the
Yeah, I
top.
see that. It's like 13, so that's cheaper than what they was even saying. But like I said, I know flights change and the prices change every day.
They do,
So-
especially with air, air.
Yes.
So remember I said it takes you directly to the source, and this is for one person.
Right.
So it
Okay.
gives you the times, the one stop, and it's stopping in Toronto.
Yeah.
You can always hover and it'll tell you exactly where it is.
Yeah, YYZ. Yeah, I used to work for Amazon, so I had to send a lot of stuff to YYZ. So yeah,
That's what's up. And then, they have different types of fares. So for the standard, it's $13.71. They get to select their seat. They get extra leg room for an extra fee. The standard boardings, this one is non-refundable. They get one free carry-on and one free checked bag. Now, I would always sell them trip insurance, but there's a different way we can do it if we're not able to do it here. The flex, which is the changeable ticket or whatever, is $2,600, and it tells you what you can do here. And premium economy, this is the cost, and these are the things that you can do here. Now, once you select this, it'll take you to the Air Canada website, right?
Okay.
So you can see the bottom line price. So you see the flights are there. So we know that, but always go directly to the source. If you go to Cheapo Air or any of those other third parties, they will usually hem you up to try to get all of your information. Google is free, so you can go right in here and find exactly what you're looking for.
so maybe I didn't put it in right. So it was just Google.
Just Google flights.
Just Google flights. Okay, all
Yep.
right.
Easy breezy.
I think I
Google
probably did something else different. Like I said, I was excited because I had like so much going on, and I was just like, yeah, this is it. This is making my mind up.
All right, so let's check destinations to see what we're dealing with. So you remember we did that earlier to find Martinique. Okay, so we are looking for Japan. They've got Asia. They've got Middle East. They've got Mexico. They've got, nope, doesn't look like they have what we need. All right.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at it when we was going through it first too. I was like, maybe I missed it. I don't know. Because I know they wanted to have at least hold on, I got it right here. 5 rooms. But like I said, it's 8 people, but 3 of them are couples. So that's 3 rooms plus the other 2 have a room. So that's 5 rooms.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go through
4 rooms. 4 rooms and somebody could be in the living room. We're not, yeah.
4 rooms. So I'm going to check Profit Agility to see, because I actually don't know.
Okay.
Resort weeks, the 12 months in advance. And we could check locations to see if we have any. Oops. Nope. So Profit Agility is in the back office. You can find this in the Travel Cafe. If you guys are not selling Profit Agility, you're missing out, because these are like ridiculously inexpensive. So these are just some of the locations. Check them out.
Yeah, I got like 2 more that I got. So I'm definitely gonna be looking at that, because I got and I remember what you said too when I first got on here. It's like you take your business cards and leave them everywhere. So I had kind of made
I airdrop them.
Right, yeah. So I
I
didn't have a business card, so I just made it like a flyer, and I went to my doctor's office, and the receptionist said, "Oh, well, we're planning a trip for one of her family members' 60th birthday party trip to over in Vegas somewhere, because he's supposed to be on The Price is Right." So yeah, so I just said I got to know how many people, so I got to call and talk to her sister-in-law, because she's doing the trip. And then she said she likes doing trips. She said because her kids didn't give her no grandbabies yet, so she wants to travel.
Understood. Yeah. So while we were talking, I went to the Marriott website. This is another one that you can register with direct, and you can find them. Well, it's travel agents Marriott.com. But if you don't remember that, you can always do Marriott for travel agents. Okay.
Okay.
We want to find and reserve. All right, and let's look for the dates. That's May 13th through the 27th. All right, and let's say it's going to be 2 adults. And let's see what we can find. Because Marriott has vacation homes and villas in
Oh, okay.
their, why is it looking? Oh, because it's in Japan.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Because I
Yeah,
thought
'cause
it
when
was points.
Yeah, when I told her, I was like, yeah, I said it's like 4,316, or either it was like, no, it was 2,967, what is it,
Yeah,
yen?
yen.
And
Yeah.
she was like, what? That's what I said, yeah, but it's actually $20.41. So
Love it.
an American thing. So yeah.
So you see here where it says need more room, explore a private rental home.
Okay.
So let's look there and see what we can find. All right. So it automatically filtered the dates and the
Yeah.
closest location over. And then it gives you this big old map that you can actually look to see where these are.
Right. Right. Yeah, I was going to say, as long as it's close to Mount Fuji, I mean, that's where they really want to be at, because they're going to go do all the exploring stuff. So
Yeah, but you can take some time and check out to see if they have anything available here. Like this one has 4 bedrooms. It's an apartment, but it has 4 bedrooms. This one
Right.
has 3. So you do have some options you can come in here and check out. Now
Okay.
you have to sell the air separately though, which is not a problem either. You can do that by using, you can either go directly to the vendor, since we don't earn a commission on air only. So you can go directly to what was that, Air Canada, and you can book it
Yeah,
with them.
it was Air
direct.
Canada. Yeah.
And I would charge them $25 per ticket. That is my booking fee. And the
Okay.
reason why I picked $25 is because that's what the airline charges when they book you. It's a ticketing fee.
Okay.
But this is an option to come here to check homes and villas. If you are in any of the Q&A groups, there are many posts that have different options for villas and resorts and for vacation homes. So all you do is go to the top of the group, click the magnifying glass and type in it, vacation home, villas, and then those posts will populate for you. And then check one of them out. I know Top Villas is another one. Villas of Distinction, I know that they are in another vendor right now. They have been bought by somebody. So the website will actually take you to where they are, but just peel back those layers.
Yeah.
It's definitely doable. And I'm excited for you. That's a place that I've never been. So I would actually enjoy doing the research for it because you learn about it by researching it. Take
Yeah,
note
of course.
of everything that you find because you will refer to it later. Another thing that I would do after I put this together, I would put it on social media as a package.
Okay.
Flights, such and such, resort, such and such, and I would put the whole package per person. It would cost this per person.
Right.
Because
Yeah, that's
you still want to sell it. You know, you still want to show people that you have things to put together. So when you are doing research, when you're doing these, and this is for everybody on the line, when you're doing this research and you're putting together these packages, get something out of it. Even if that particular client doesn't buy it, you've put it out there on social media. I email bookings quotes to clients, especially if it's something exciting that I found, like this one that we just did on Martinique. I'm going to go back and I'm going to send that link with that information to clients that are in my client list. I've got maybe something like 1,500 people in my client list. If they've ever asked me for a quote, I put them all in a database. So when I find something that's exciting to me, I send it to them. Hey, look what I found. And I put the information there with pictures. You can go right to Google, put in the destination or put in the name of the hotel and click images, and you can copy all of those images. It is legal.
Right.
Put it inside that email, show people what you found. Another way
Okay.
that you can bring, income. People
Right,
don't
yeah.
know unless you tell them, right?
Yeah,
So
that's true.
you
That's
told them
true.
when you went to the dentist office, when I go get my hair done, I'm not only talking to her that's doing my hair, I'm talking to the person that's leaving when I'm coming in, and I'm talking to the person I'm passing by on my way out. And anybody else I see coming up the sidewalk, like, hey, I'm a travel agent, give me a call. Or refer people to me, I can give you whatever. I have different incentives that I offer for people who give me referrals. So
Right, okay. I haven't
continue to
thought
do
about
what
that.
you're
Yeah,
doing.
like I said, because I'm just starting out, but yeah, I went to I had to go back up to the FC to the facility to tell them about my foot, because I had surgery on my foot. And so I was just telling them, and as I'm sitting there, I know both shifts are like coming out, and I worked on night and day shift. So everybody's like gathering around me because I haven't been there like almost 2 months. So they like call around. I said, well, you know what? Guess what I did when I was out? And I said, I'm a travel agent. I showed them the flyer, and I had like 7, 8 people just snapping pictures and stuff like that because they, when they said, you need to come back up here, when you get your cards. I said, I will do that. I would definitely do that. So yeah, it's a good thing because it was a good feeling because like it makes me, see that I could do this, for real, for real. So
What
yeah.
is going to carry you and what is going to set you apart. And then I don't know if the rest of you guys are getting it, but when somebody is excited about it, it translates. Take that energy that you get from these other, this is why if you are having any type of event in your town or in a town that you can drive to, go, because you get this information in person. So Detroit just had a study hall. Atlanta, we have them kind of often. So people come from Florida, they come from the Carolinas, they come from Alabama, because this energy that you get here online, imagine being in a room with it. So if there's something happening close to you, plan to go.
Yeah, like I said, I was always told that if you want to be, successful, you're supposed to be around successful people. That way it rubs off, the energy rubs off. So
your network,
you up there, you doing them
network.
6 figures. So you doing those 6 figures. I want to rub on your elbow too, so I can, start
I
getting.
gotta stop telling my business.
Man, you got all those plaques behind you, look like you're a superstar or something. I didn't know if I was gonna call you, Nina or Keisha Cole or something, because you got all that stuff behind you, So yeah. So I want to get up there too. I mean, I have a lot of degrees. And stuff, and I do use that because I got like business management, and programming, and then I got certified as a closer. So, and then I got this right here, and I got this, so my whole wall is like a bunch of daggone diplomas. But you know what? Hey, look, I got once you get it, you can't take it.
You use all of that because, like I said, I use my social work skills literally every day.
Yeah,
I use them every day.
Because I was I'm a PA at Amazon, so therefore it's like being an assistant manager. But yeah, dealing with 85 to 120 something people, I'm.
So you'll be able to manage a platinum team.
Oh
so
yeah,
ready to do that? Let me know because I can help you out with that too. And you mentioned, and this is going to be the last thing, and then I'm gonna give you guys some closing words, and then we're gonna shut it down. But you mentioned getting to 6 figures. A lot of people who come into the company, they hear that or they see that, and they think I have to have a big team to get there. Yes, I do have a platinum team, and I've been a platinum for 5 years now, going into my 5th year. Building it did take some time, but what helped is what we're doing now. I did then for just my team, whether it was 2 people, 8 people, 20 people, 100 people. If they said they needed it, this is what I did, because it wasn't just for them. I was teaching me too, because I don't know everything. So I do know how to find it. The researching part, you learn that in school, right? Research methods, learn that in school. So you just take what you already know how to do and apply it to what we have access to. So no, a lot of this stuff, I'm figuring out where to find these things. I just know how to go get it. So I can show you how to book. You just got to go and do it. Now, when it's ready, when you're ready to actually build a team, because that's a part of it too, is 2 different sides of this company that are both lucrative. You'll hear David, our founder, talk about those of us who are hybrids. Those are us who are earning 6 figures because we have a team. And then it's those of us who are earning 6 figures because of travel. So then you get folks like me who are in that $250,000 level, because that's where I am now. But it's because I do both. So you learn to use your superpower. So I combine the two. I will do these trainings so the agents are learning too. I'm learning too. I spend a certain amount of my day booking, and when I'm done working, I'm done. Like I'm done booking travel at 3 p.m. When it's time for me to go get Brooke, I don't look at anything else for me to book.
Right.
My office is close to that. And I have a certain time of the day that I leave for you guys. And if you notice, I don't do all trainings every week. That Tuesday training, I do that once a week. The Wednesday training, it's very rare that you see me on it. You'll see the rest of my team. It's very rare you see me, which is why it's a big deal when I do it. And I'll give y'all 2-3 hours because I ain't doing it again for like another month.
Right.
The new agent training on Sunday, I do that too, but that's only an hour. But I schedule my life to a T. I use whiteboards. For those of you who are booking, you definitely need a whiteboard to keep up with your clients. If you are going to build a team, you need a whiteboard for that too. And then if you've got different things to do during the week, you need a whiteboard for that. Like I've got one here. That one is for my days of the week. And I have everything planned of what I'm doing.
Right.
Here, the one at the top is for my bookings. The one at the bottom is for my team.
Okay.
And it's not just for me. The bottom one is not just for me, the people who are direct to me. It's for people who are also on my team who are building a team. Because I want to know who needs what. So I literally break it down to the smallest denominator so I'll know where to pinpoint. But plan everything. Keep a planner, write things down, make it plain. Because once you write it down, then you're responsible for it. It's real.
Yeah, that's what I started doing. So yeah.
Checks and balances. If you are going to advertise, say if you're going to do what you've been doing, because that is really how I built my business in the beginning, online and boots on the ground. I used to go to the mall and pass out flyers. I will put a booking together and I would print it out just like you did. And I would print it out from work, from DHS, and I would put it in my bag and I'd go to the mall on the way home. And I would pass them out, or I would put, this was pre-COVID, or I would put them on the windshields of the car. It helped me burn some calories.
Right.
It also put me out there because I was a new person in a new area. So I needed to put my name out there. And whatever I put on paper, I would put online too. So cover all of your bases to get your name out there. Do not get, and this is for everybody on the line. I did so many bookings before I got people to book with me. And once I booked that first one, I told the world about it, and then everything came. So don't give up. Don't give up. Bookings are practice. It's not a waste of time. What's a waste of time is when you don't ask all of the questions that you need to ask in the beginning so that you have all of the information that you need in order to go and search properly. That's a waste of your time, and you have control over that. Properly qualify your client. But anything that you do, any quote that you do, advertise it, use it for advertising. I just did a trip for Dubai and I looked up such and such. Look at this resort, look at this price. I'm excited about it, and talk about it instead of talking about stuff. We call them income producing conversations. If you notice, if any of you follow me online, I dare you to pick something that I'm talking about that's not going to bring something to me. Now, I don't talk about travel all day. I do give inspirational information. Really, I be talking to my own spirit more often than not, because if you have adult children, you know that they make you question your existence every day of the week and twice on Tuesday. I have a 26-year-old son and a 23-year-old daughter. The 26-year-old is chilling right now, but that 23-year-old daughter is making me question myself daily. So a lot of the times I'm really talking to my own spirit. And I'm giving myself motivation for the day. So I talk about that. I give something to our people. I call my followers my travel bugs. Okay, my travel bugs. I'm talking about agents and people who book with me. This information is for you. And I give them something about travel every day. And then I give them another post, if I can remember to do it before the end of the day, that's either something funny or something exciting, some type of information that they can take with them. I do give personal information too. Like just yesterday, I made a post because it was a milestone for us. In 2011, my husband and I were trying to conceive Brooke, and we lost 3 in the same year. And on October 11th was when we lost the 3rd. And we were about to give up completely. And I put it on social media and I captured the original post and I reposted it. And I talked about how we felt and how we appreciated the people who stepped up to help us. And I summed it all up by saying, all of these things happen for a reason, because look what we got. We have Brooke, she's 9 years old now. She's the perfect little girl. And she is the village kid because everybody loves her, because people followed my whole journey from us losing the 3 until we actually got her on earth. So I talked to inspire other people not to give up and to understand that they can find something positive in their journey. That was really to remind me, look what you got. You went through all of that, but look what you got now. So
Exactly.
dig inside you, give the people some of you, because people will buy from you. This is why I tell folks, use your personal page. Yes, you can use a business page, but a business page doesn't have a face. It's a business. Your personal page lets people know you're a real living, breathing person. And once you gain their trust by letting them know, you don't have to tell them all your business. You don't like the baby daddy today. You ain't got to tell them that. But if your kid's doing something awesome, tell them that. If you are contemplating your existence, like I have a polite way of telling people that I want to kill my ex-husband twice a week. I have a really polite way to say it, but I make it funny and we're cool. So we're on Facebook too. And I'll tag him in the post if I'm talking about it.
Right.
So people know, look, I live a real life. It is not this fantasy life that it's all perfect. I'm not this super rich person that is so above everybody. No, I hustle.
Right.
It doesn't fall out the sky. I don't have a money tree in the back office when everybody else is asleep. I'm hustling. And I let people know that. So let people know who you are. Let them get some energy that you have. Talk about it on social media. I'm not talking about no new show that's coming out, because then people getting paid for being on that show.
I don't talk about that anyway.
Sandals. I'm talking about the sandals that just opened in Ochi. I'm talking about whatever's happening with the couples resorts. They're 50% off. I'm talking about when I finish talking to y'all, I'm writing my post for tomorrow about Martinique. And I'm going to pull out some pictures. And I promise you, follow me on Facebook. It's going to be a post there tomorrow about Martinique. Take your experiences, share them on social media. That will gain you clients, because people will start to see you as a travel agent. Right now, they're going to see you as the PA. Show them, hey, I can do this and this.
Yeah.
This is what I just learned the other night. If you're interested in this, come on, take a look. I got something for you. Tell them something about travel every single day, and don't make it used car salesman where all you're talking about is sell. That turns people off.
I was taught that too. Yeah.
It's just like commercials. We can stream without commercials now. If you can do it, you do it, right? So nobody wants a commercial 24/7. Give them a piece of you. Talk about what you learned tonight, tomorrow, while everybody is up. Let them know about it. Let some of that excitement translate over into that post and add some pictures to it. I learned about this. I learned about these flights. I learned that you can actually go nonstop from DFW to Dubai. I didn't know that till tonight. I knew about Chicago. I didn't know about Dallas. I'm going to talk about that sometime in the course of this week before we get to the weekend, right? So I'm hoping that all of you guys are actually pulling from this information, because this is your money makers. These are keys to success. So don't just learn how to book tonight and then put this down and don't use it again. Go over this information again and again and again, and then share it with other people. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. If you spend money somewhere, they need to spend money with you. So when you go get your nails done, you leave a card here and give them out and let them know, you want to see me back? I want some referrals from you. If I spend money with you, you're going to spend money with me. Where you buy your clothes, where you get your hair cut, where you get your car detailed, where you buy your barbecue on Thursday night, because that's what we do every Thursday, me and my husband, date night. We act like we can only barbecue in Atlanta. It is what it is. But I have clients in the barbecue spot now.
Okay.
I keep coming up here giving you my money, you're not giving me yours. Ask for what you want. Don't be afraid of that. All right. Ask for what you want. I'm hoping you guys really, Rock, thank you for staying to the end.
Gotcha.
I didn't want to log off without answering your question. I've been seeing your face the whole time. I'm like, if I don't answer nobody else's question, I'm gonna answer hers. 'Cause you hung out, so I appreciate it. Now, I'm not saying anybody who got off, because we had over 100 people in the beginning, I'm not saying that they're not serious. Life happens.
Yeah, it
But I
does.
will tell you, a person that sticks and stays will motivate other people to give you a little extra. We see you actually out here getting it, that will make us give you a little extra, me specifically. Because I'm telling you, even though it seems like I'm social, I do not talk to a lot of people. I like to talk to people that I like.
That's true. That's me too.
I do. I like to talk to, I'm an empath. So if you have an issue and we're talking, your issue will become my issue, whether I want it to or not. So I have to protect my spirit. I protect what I let through my front door. I protect who I have my husband around. I protect who I have my kids around. I have to hold those things close to me. But I'm telling you, I know God puts me in places that I'm supposed to be in to get the people what they're supposed to get. So it's not about me, it's about me being obedient. And it's the same on the receiving end. If you're led to be somewhere, be obedient to that and be where you're supposed to be. If you were told, sit here until the end, get what you need because you are obedient to it. Listen to that voice as you're going through here, because that is how I got from $0 to $250,000 a year, is being obedient. Because I knew my father was going to walk up one side of me and down the other for quitting that good government job. I knew it, but I had to be obedient to the spirit. I'm able to tell you that I made him proud before he passed. So be obedient to that. Be where you're supposed to be. Listen to that inner voice and show up when you're supposed to show up so you get what you need. All right.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Because I was a little upset that I missed it last week, but I said, dang, I'm not going to miss it this week. And I'm going to be here. Because I had, like I said, I had a lot of people, a couple of people, they questioning, like, why would you want to do that? Why you don't want to stay at Amazon, or you could do both and everything. I said, no. I said, I know me. Because if I go back to work, personally, I know this is going to start being like a side hustle. And then I won't do it. I said, so no, if I'm going to do it, I got to give it my all. Because it's just like a plant, you get what you get out of it. And you got to nurture it so it can grow. So there it is. That's what I got to do.
All right. Now, I know I said rocks was going to be my last question, but this is a good one. So let me touch this one. Somebody asked, my only question is, how do I use this for my benefit? Are there special agent searches? And do we get commissions for our travel? Cassandra, I'm hoping you're still on because I'm about to answer it. First things first, how do you use this for your benefit? Is by selling travel because it pays you. That's the first thing. Second thing, are there special searches for you to do to get agent pricing? Yes. When I went into the Charisma website, each vendor website has their own agent pricing. Marriott has pricing. They have two different ones. They have one travel agent rate, and then they have a fantastic rate, which you get access to for taking their training. FunJet has special agent pricing. I'm going to run through this instead of going to it. So I want you guys to write it down. FunJet has special pricing for air for agents. You're going to have to go into VAX, click on suppliers, click on FunJet, and then it's in there. So special air pricing with FunJet. The vendors have special pricing for agents. AM Resorts has a master travel agent price. It is amazing. AM Resorts. Charisma has special agent pricing. Reuse pricing for agents is ridiculous. Iberostar, same thing. I could go on and on and on, and we will be in here all night. There are amazing travel agent discounts. That's second. Third, can you book for yourself and get paid? Yep, you just book yourself as if you would do for your client. So what we went over tonight, you would book that same way. You would just put in your information, pay for it, then you actually get a commission. So you're still saving. It's a win-win. It's loads of this that you can actually capitalize on. In addition to the freebies, you take the Disney training, you get a free Disney World ticket, a free Disneyland ticket, crazy discounts on their cruises. Myself, my husband, and my youngest daughter went on an 8-day Western Caribbean cruise on Disney, the Disney Cruise Line. It was $1,500 for 3 of us, and we had a balcony cabin that had 2 separate rooms and 2 bathrooms. And that included the airport transfers, just because I'm a Disney specialist. And you renew that training every year and you get those benefits every year. So you can go to Disney World and Disneyland free every year. My husband's an agent too. We both have accounts. So I go free, he goes free. So we only pay for Brooke. Guess what? My 2 adult kids have accounts too. So they go free too. We literally only pay for Brooke. That's it. Same thing with Universal Studios. You take the Universal training, you get 1 free park hopper ticket. And the Disney tickets are park hopper too. They're not just a single ticket like the cheap thing. No, it's a park hopper ticket. Universal is the same way. You get a free ticket, then you get 4 50% off tickets so you can take your family. 4. That's for Universal Studios. Lots of perks. That's just a few of them. If you take the Princess and the Canard, you can find Princess and Canard in the same website. If you take the Princess Cruise training, you get a free cruise. You only pay the port taxes and fees, and it's free for 2 people, not just you. So you can take somebody with you, 2 people. Then you take the Canard training, that's 2 more people going on a cruise. And it's not just the Bahamas. You can take a European cruise. You can take a Hawaiian cruise. Whatever they have availability on, you can do that for free. Loads of perks. The travel agent life is a sweet one. We say that all the time. Loads of perks. But how you get to know them is by taking time to learn them. They're not going to fall out of the sky. You're still going to have to do the research. And it's not one comprehensive list that is going to give you all that information. This is for everybody that's on the line, because I get asked this all the time. I give you guys tips and tricks, and people will ask me for shortcuts on the shortcut that I just gave them. Nope, I'm going to tell you how to fish. And I'll fish next to you, but I'm not going to do the fishing and hand you my fish. I'm not going to do that. I was born at night, not last night. So I'm not going to do that. Plus, that handicaps you. If I only give you the answers, you won't know how to do this for yourself. You won't. And then you won't be here for long. Most of those people fall off that don't learn, what we need to learn. Take some time, go through the vendors that are in the Travel Cafe, make sure that you are registered with them, and start to explore. Pick 1 vendor per week and explore that website. You will run into the travel agent discounts. You will learn about the vendor, so then you can sell it and you can benefit from it, right? People will buy from you too if you are using these benefits. I make a lot of money from telling people about my stays at Marriott. I take a few pictures, might go live, do a little video, let them know where I'm at. New Edition concert. My husband surprised me and took me to Houston to see New Edition. I'm surprised he went because I've been a candy girl my whole life. So I'm surprised that he signed on to go to this concert knowing I was going to be screaming about these grown men. But he planned the whole thing. We had a great stay at a Marriott. It was a Spring Hill Suites, and there was some bike club that was there. I took pictures with the bikers and gave them my card and tagged them on Instagram. I got business with them now because they travel. Think outside of the box, right? It's not going to fall out of the sky. Also, when you take these trainings, this is the last thing I promise. When you take these trainings with these vendors, they put you in their database. So when people are looking for agents in that area, guess whose picture comes up? Yours. So register with these vendors, put all the information inside the profile, take their training so you can become a specialist with them. Those are more referrals. If you want the big bucks, you got to make big buck moves and then stick with it. It will happen. Doesn't happen overnight. You're going to have to put the time in, show up when you need to show up, ask the questions that you want. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I'm a real person. I'm a normal folk. Now I'm going to ask you not to blow up my inbox on Facebook because that inbox is ridiculous. Like people get lost in there. Don't do it to yourself. I'm okay with you asking me questions in the Q&A group because I'm going to come and answer.